Hey Google.
Hey Alexa.
Hey Siri.
Hey Matty, fire up the Meraki Podcast.
Welcome back to the Meraki Podcast. This episode is coming to you from Meraki Podcast Studio on Yugambeh Country. I'm Matt Cavosso and I'm a proud new knuckle man. Today's episode and guest is a man that probably I need in my life. A lot of people know I'm bald, and Marc Kinvig from Hairline Clinic. Is that correct?
That's correct.
He's a man that specialises in this, but he has a lot more to his life than just helping people with their hairline.
That's it. My pronouns are hair and guy.
Love that. Welcome to the Meraki Podcast.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You were very quick to reply.
Mate, I'm on my phone too often.
Yeah.
But that's part of the job.
It is.
People have a lot of questions or, pre and post surgery.
Yes.
Need a bit of support. So
yes.
That is primarily my life, is supporting people through their journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, mental health is a big thing with people's hairlines.
It is. And I think that men in general maybe are becoming more and more open to having those conversations. I think even in the time period that I've been doing this sort of work, there's been a big shift. And I think that the more people that do it, the more supportive those friendship groups are in and around, just men doing things that are cosmetic in general,
Definitely.
Like if I look at my dad, he wouldn't have got Botox and a hair transplant.
Nah.
But for us, it's like, I
it's
want to look young, so let's go.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. I haven't had Botox, but I've had like laser hair removal and stuff like that. So I think that's the next step from it, isn't it?
Botox is a slippery slope, mate. Once you start, there's no stopping.
My ex-wife gets Botox in her forehead for migraines. Yeah. And then in and around the hairline or something, I think, as well. But it's definitely, I can see the benefits from it. Yeah. Not just for medical, but for looks as well. Yeah. People want to stay young.
I think, I look all right for 40.
You do.
You get a little bit of Botox here.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's all
Nothing
good.
wrong with that. Have you had a hair transplant yourself?
Two.
Okay.
So I had my first hair transplant. I wasn't in the industry then. So I used to own cafes and hospitality businesses on the Gold Coast.
Lovely.
So we had Blackboard and Varsity, coffee roasters, pizza shop and Burley Waters. So I actually went for a consult to have laser hair removal because I was sick. I'm sure you know that like shaving your head is a commitment.
Don't even get me started.
It's a big commitment, right? And it's constant, right? It's like every couple of days you have to shave it. Yeah, and if it gets too long, you're like, oh, now I look even older than I did before.
I'm going to keep it off.
Yeah,
for this episode.
Yeah, cool. So I went for a consult to have laser hair removal, and that lady was like, oh, it's going to be painful. It's going to be sore. You got too much hair. Yeah. And I went back to my cafe and was chatting to a customer and she said, oh, my husband's got a hair transplant clinic and you should talk to him. And then that was kind of my first dip into the water.
So you went from getting a hair transplant to obviously down the track. We'll get to that. Now doing the treatment yourself.
Yeah.
It's a big slippery slope that is.
Yeah.
But it's great.
I think that it all kind of happened at a good time in my life.
Yeah.
Where like I got 4 daughters and I got twins, and 2017 they were born prematurely, right? So they were born at 28 weeks. They were very small, and that sort of event was very traumatic. Yeah. Probably lasted maybe like a year and a half of just headaches and just them, bad pregnancy, oxygen, feeding tubes, NICU, all that sort of stuff.
My sister was the same.
Yeah, so you develop a lot of empathy when you go through something like that, right? When you dive headfirst into something that causes you, maybe a bit of PTSD, anxiety, a bit of depression, just living through that, you sort of then have a completely different perspective on life. So I think going from that, then having a hair transplant a couple of years later, then sort of running it on Instagram and showing people the amount of men that reached out and the conversations we had, I don't know if we would have had the same conversations had I not been through what we went through, if that makes sense, because you just feel differently about mental health and approaching those conversations.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So my very first question I ask on this podcast is, you aren't aware of this, and a lot of people that come on here aren't aware. I lost 11 people to suicide 2 years ago, and I lost 3 last year. So that's my main focus when I ask the very first question. Yeah. So how is your mental health today? And having 4 daughters, I'm sure it's very testing. Yeah. And have you ever struggled with it?
So yeah, like I mentioned, I hadn't until that happened. That time period. And I went through, eating too much shit, drinking, eating shit,
as much as you want on
just to get through like that time where we had our first child at home. She was only 3. Yeah. Twins in the hospital, wife in the hospital, running businesses.
Very testing.
It was, and you think you're doing all right, like when
until you're not.
You're knee deep in the shit, and you think, oh, everything's all right. I'm surviving, but you're not thriving. You're not surviving. And so it probably didn't really wash out until maybe a year afterwards, when everything sort of settled, and you're not then living on that heightened level of adrenaline. Of getting through. And once the dust settled and they were better, that's when it sort of came crashing down. In that time period, probably.
What was that time like?
It was tough. Dark? I think that, never suicidal or anything like that, but just like everything just felt
pressure
too hard.
Yeah. Okay.
You start to lose enjoyment in just normal
things. that you enjoyed.
Correct. So I went to speak to someone initially, and I was kind of, up in the air about doing that. Like I wasn't sure, do I want to do that? So I spoke to my doctor about medication, and we went, well, we can do medication, or you can go talk to someone, and let's see how you go.
Lovely.
And so I decided to go talk to someone, and I probably did 2 or 3 sessions, but I don't know.
It feels like too much, hey? I've been in the same boat. I know exactly how you feel.
You kind of go into, I don't know if I go into it with an expectation of like what that was going to be like, lying on a couch and talking, and then I don't know, but I don't think I maybe got out of it what I thought I was going to get out of it.
Yeah, okay.
And so just after that, then COVID happened, right? And so then I had the stress of like having hospitality businesses and like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, no income.
No. And we were kind of lucky in the end. The way COVID played out for us was good in our business. But at the start, it was obviously not. And I just started to train and train. And
what kind
just
of training?
Sort of came just weightlifting. Nothing like not a body, but like every day I would just get in there.
Yep. Lovely.
I bought a motorbike, and that helped, right? Like,
of course.
Because when you ride I don't know if you have a motorbike. You're just there, like you're just
taking the next corner
in the moment, like enjoying it, and that I think that really helped me.
Nice.
But like at that time, I look back, I did this exercise recently, and I think a lot of men get diagnosed with depression or anxiety, but like at that point, if I look back at blood tests I had almost 0 testosterone.
Oh wow!
Right, because I was eating bad, we weren't sleeping, all that cortisol, all that stress.
No,
not with 3 kids.
Before that,
possibly. But like it had just tanked, and I think that played a big part in how I was feeling at that point. And then obviously when I started to eat better, work out, lost weight, everything kind of shifted.
You did well to have like 3 kids with your testosterone levels quite low.
Oh, I think it happened after. So they were probably good before, but going through that premature baby stuff is probably where it tanked, and putting on weight. Obviously, the more fat we carry, the more estrogen we produce. So all those things would have contributed at that point.
So have you lost a lot of weight?
I was like 109 kilos maybe at my heaviest, and then kind of sit about 85.
Yeah, wow.
Now.
You should be very proud of that.
Yeah. For me, I've always been a bit of a yo-yo. I've got ADHD, so I'm like, it's always been a bit of a yo-yo. I never quite got up to like that heavy, but I've always sort of had a 10 kilo swing. And probably in the last couple of years, I've just really focused on trying to stabilize that and get stronger and just.
Well, your shirt's a perfect, the perfect thing for eating the right stuff.
Yeah.
Calorie deficit, you'll lose weight.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple if you're putting in the right food.
But you also realize like how much better you feel as a person.
So
right?
I don't drink. I've been off the alcohol for nearly 3 years, drugs like over 5 years.
Yeah.
And you're 100% right. You can tell like how much better you feel when you're not doing the shit that makes you feel like shit.
Yeah. And it's recognizing something that comes with age too, right?
Yeah, spot on. And I'm not a good person when I'm doing that shit.
Nah.
So I eat very well as well.
Yeah. So now mentally, probably this is, you know, I'm at a point in my life where I feel really content with who I am and what I put out and what I take in, and can kind of cut off those things that, and not just alcohol or bad food, but people as well. Like you just know when to, like, that person shouldn't be in my world. See you later.
I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah.
You'll, the energy someone puts off, you'll soon realise if they're meant to be in your life or not. Yeah. That's what I realise anyway.
100%.
The older you get, you learn that.
Yeah. How did you deal with going through all of that?
Well, I had, my son had, at the age of 6 months old, he had a fused skull when he was born. Yeah. So he had to have major skull surgery in the Women's and Children's Hospital in Adelaide. Yeah. And cost $40,000. We had the best of the best in the world. There was people that do this surgery come to Professor David in Adelaide and learn this surgery. So we were going to go public, and then we found this bloke. A lot of stress obviously involved, a 6-month-year-old getting, it looked like a shark bite, to put it simply. It was a zigzag scar from behind one ear over the top of his head to behind the other ear. Then they pull the skin back and then cut his skull. So remove pretty much all the top of his skull here, and then like incisions, if this makes sense, like around the skull on the outside. Where you're bald, pretty much, where your hair is if you're bald on top. Yeah. And then after 6 months, that full skull grows back.
Yeah, right.
So financial stress, we obviously had the money, testing on your relationship. So I know exactly what you've gone through, and very, very difficult times. And eventually it was the breakdown of my marriage. And But I'm happy now. Yeah. My son's still in Wagga. I get to see him a little bit, and it's just what it is now. It's part of life, and I'm here to build a better future for him and do this podcast to help people. And it's a good life we got here. Yeah. But it's very testing at times too. It's not cheap to live here at the moment.
Nah, Gold Coast's pretty wild.
Oh, it is. I was just literally talking about that to someone else. Like, the cost of groceries is through the roof, but we could get very lost in that.
We could very quickly.
This question can be answered in any way. Yeah. Who is Marc? Who are you?
Who am I? I think that for me, if I look at myself, I'm firstly a dad. Yep. And that is my purpose in life, I would say, at this point. You know?
Well, you literally answered my next question, because the next question was, what is your purpose in life?
Yeah. So I think being a dad, I think trying to set good examples around work ethic and being brave and bold, and not being afraid to take risks for the chance of a better outcome or future, right? So for me, like, I was in hospitality pretty much from the age of like 13 to 35, right? Okay. And I couldn't imagine doing anything else for most of that time period. And if you'd ask people who know me, they couldn't imagine me working in an office and doing what I do now, right? Not surgery, but
in my eyes,
like they couldn't imagine what that, like they couldn't imagine me doing that, right? Yeah. And so when we sold all our hospitality businesses, like that next step was something that, you know, I felt a little bit lost at the time. Like, what am I actually going to do? Knowing I wanted to sort of step out of it and do something new. And it worked out really, really well. And that's the thing, like, you know, you don't have to be stuck in something. Yeah. There's opportunity everywhere. Yes. Sometimes it's just about getting as far away from your comfort zone as you possibly can.
Yeah, well, I feel if you're not uncomfortable, you're not progressing in life, in whatever it is. Yeah. That's what I feel. I feel a little bit uncomfortable right now because I'm usually very prepared and I fucking hate being, but I'm all right now. Yeah. I was just like, I like to have that little bit of a, like not even I get to know the person before we just quickly sit in here, even if it is 5 minutes. Yeah. So I just feel like a little bit off, but I'm sweet.
You're going to get to know me over the next little bit.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. What's one quote you live by?
I don't know if I live by a quote. If you would have asked me 5 years ago, it probably would have been if you're not first, you're last. I'm a very competitive person, you know, and I think that competitive drive to succeed in whatever I do has always done me well. I don't know if I still feel that way. And it's kind of been...
You're still competitive though?
Very competitive. Like my kids cannot win at Mario Kart, you know, like I will not sacrifice a game of Mario Kart for my daughters.
Oh, I'm the exact same.
They got to learn the hard way and get better to beat me, right? Yeah. So I think that like one thing that I did learn over time, I'm not sure if you're the same, is that when you're very competitive, depending on what you do, you realize that sometimes it's not all about you.
Correct.
And I was a trained chef, right, originally, and you realize in a kitchen that like in the early days, you have to be very competitive, very cutthroat to get where you want to go. Yep. But once you get to the top of a kitchen, you need everyone else behind you to make it smooth and go, and to get better and to operate well. So your mindset has to change. So I think that like one thing I would say is that in my younger years, probably undiagnosed ADHD and not fully understanding like what that looked like, is that sometimes that behavior can be financially rewarding or really good from a business perspective of where you want to go. But there's always a trade-off, right? And unfortunately, I think at times in my life that trade-off has probably been people that I really love that have faded away because of some of that sort of competitive or that drive to be the best and then being a little bit cutthroat. And I think that's probably the one thing that I've learned as I've got older in the last couple of years especially, is that there doesn't have to be...
No, it doesn't.
There doesn't have to be that trade-off, you know.
As long as you're, this could be wrong, but this is how I see things. As long as you're happy, like if you're happy, slowly progressing, like you don't, and it's okay to lose. You don't need to win everything. As hard as that is for me to say, I don't live by that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people should probably take that on, and I should probably take it on too. But fuck.
But it's also what is winning, right?
Yeah.
Because how much stuff do we think we win that is irrelevant?
Yeah.
And that's what I think the lesson is, that not everything is relevant. Yeah. Not everything is important to win. True. And it's easy to just go, all right, no worries. You can win that. Let's keep going.
Yeah. As hard as
I learned that with my wife, you know, like sometimes it's better just, I don't agree with you, but you win.
Yeah.
Let's carry on.
Yeah, let's do what you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. All good.
I still play cricket like quite competitively. And then like so I play for Sydney Sixers Indigenous team, about to go away next weekend, I think it is. And like I play cricket here like locally, and this will sound so bad me saying this, so don't judge me for this. But I'll play with kids that are like 14, 15 that are coming up into the grade cricket. And then I sometimes forget that they're 14 or 15, and I need to like pull myself back and like, don't be so hard on them, because
you want to smash them.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And like if they drop a catch or they fumble something, or it's like fucking be better. But then I'm like, okay, stop. Like they're doing very well. They're 14 playing at grade level cricket.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm so competitive. I need to take a look at myself sometimes.
Do you think that is something that kids have less of these days?
100%.
You see that like playing in with like they're less competitive, because I think our generation, like you're 86.
Yeah, 87.
87. So that generation, like our generation, like I feel like everyone I knew was pretty competitive, you know. Like,
we'd race to the friggin' tuck shop.
Yeah. Bikes outside. Any excuse to like have a race or to win. Yeah. You were winning.
I've got a mate that literally lives in the high rises across the road. Brody, he's a Scottish boy, and he's all talk. And I said, don't get your ambitions mixed up with your capabilities. But it's I hate losing. That's one thing that I think Amy, my partner, my fiance, she's like pushed me. It's okay to lose. Just take a step back and look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
So
it's a good lesson.
Yeah. She's been a world champion kayaker and stuff like that. So she's
amazing.
Very, very but that's her old life. She doesn't like talking about it. She'll hate if she listens to this that I even brought it up. but it's all good. So let's take it back to a young Marc. Where'd you grow up?
On the Isle of Man.
Okay.
You know where that is?
I do.
Yeah. So usually only people who are motorbike fans know anything about the Isle of Man.
There's lunatics on there.
Small island, 86,000 people. And it was a really fun place to be in the 90s, right? Like we used to be out, street lights come on, you go home. But mate, we used to go through farmers' fields. We'd build hay houses.
Gorgeous.
Like it was a good childhood. There was lots of kids around where we lived and, we watched the motorbike races, obviously, and it was a cool place to live. So I left there when I was like 19.
Okay.
I started my first business there.
Which was?
Importing Polish food.
Wow. What kind? Like anything?
It was like, honestly, it was like anything. It was pretty wild. So I did my catering school there.
Yeah.
So I worked in kitchens and I was saving up to go on a round the world trip. Like that was my sort of ambition.
Yeah, nice.
And so I started doing some fish deliveries for a big company here over there. So they used to do kind of everything. Like it was like a bit of a one-shop stop for restaurants and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I said to them, so many Polish people. Can I like start a little business inside your business and we'll use your contacts and I'll figure out everything and we'll cut it. And so I did in 17, 18 making like way too much money for a 17 and 18-year-old. And went on a trip with my best mate at the time. We went to America for Christmas, drove across America. I never went home.
Wow.
Never went back.
Crazy.
We went on literally a 10-day holiday and that was that. So
moved to
called
Australia.
my mum. I was like, sell my car, sell my PlayStation.
Really?
Sell my TV. I'm not coming back.
Wow.
Said to them, you keep that business, like happy days, have fun with it. And it's still going now. Which
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is pretty wild.
They're doing well?
Yeah, I think so.
They're still surviving.
They're not sending me any money.
So they're not doing too well.
But for me, like my dad was, and my granddad, they had a lot of shops when that was sort of their primary. They had like
so you're born into business.
So they had like old school grocery shops, bakeries.
Yep.
I think Dad had a hairdressers at one point. He never went, he never worked it, but he just owned it.
Yep.
And so I grew up around that business, and then they started other businesses like they had corporate care businesses and stuff like that. So I could have stayed there and done really well, but from a young age, I really felt that urge to walk my own path.
Wow.
Traveling, I'm a bit of a princess. Like even when I went around the world, like I didn't want to stay in backpackers. Like I don't know.
I've earned all this money. I'll stay where I want.
Yeah. That was kind of my. So even if I did go into a backpackers, like my friends would go into the bunks, I'd be like, I'm just going to get a private room. Like I'll see you later.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Must have been nice.
I'm a bit precious like that, but I burned through money pretty quickly. But for me, it was always like I've always had that sort of ability to find money in places where people couldn't.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
I remember I met my wife in New Zealand, so we after America, went to Sydney and worked at Icebergs there as a chef, which I loved.
Nice.
And my plan was to get sponsored there and stay there, and they were a little bit naughty with some of the people they'd sponsored. They actually got banned from sponsoring people just as I was about to go through that process. Yep. So ended up in New Zealand, and it's a funny story. So got to New Zealand after living in Bondi, and mate, Bondi was great. Gorgeous. Like I don't know what it's like now, but back then it was like awesome. Yeah. And we arrived in Auckland, would have been probably June or July, and it was pissing down with rain.
Oh no.
And it was GFC, so it was like 2007, 2008, mate. It was like a wasteland. Like it was so bad. And I was like, fuck, what have we done? What have I done?
What have I walked into here?
What have I done? So I started a job, and it was terrible. Like it was like cockroach. I was like, I can't work here. I like picked my shit up halfway and I just left. Yeah. Went to an internet cafe. I was like, I'm going home.
Going back home to Isle.
Back to the Isle of Man. And I put my credit card details in, went to book the flight, and it rejected. But I didn't have any debt on the credit card. And I think it's because I didn't tell them I was going to be in New Zealand, right?
Because you're in a different country.
And so they thought it was it was fraudulent, and so that didn't work. And there's a true story, and I'm not a religious person, right? But I was walking up the street, and there was a couple of old people playing banjos, singing, sort of religious songs on Queen Street. Okay. And they stopped when I walked past, and the man said, "Jesus will show you the way home." And then he kept singing again, and then that was weird. He looked straight at me and said, "Big time." Like I said, I'm not a religious person, but it's stuck with me for a really long time. 2 days after, found a job, met my wife, and the rest was history.
Now you're living on the Gold Coast,
Brisbane.
Oh,
so
we
live up in Brizzy. So we lived on the Gold Coast till about 2 years ago, and because the shop's up in Brizzy, that drive was just a little bit extra. Hard. So,
well, I appreciate you coming down.
Nah, it's my pleasure.
I thought you were here.
No. It's my pleasure. I don't need too many excuses to come down to the Gold Coast, you know.
Oh, how good. So you're born into business pretty much. You've always had that business mindset.
Yeah.
And then you've had numerous businesses, obviously, since then. Yeah.
So I remember even at a young age having that like will to find money when I couldn't get it. So we had, obviously mum and dad did fairly well, but times were up and down. Yeah.
With
businesses, and so we didn't get what we wanted. You know, I think it was different, right? When we were kids, it was like Christmas birthday, and outside of that, you didn't really get anything, right?
Not at all.
So even when I was young, I remember going to this is a bit naughty, but I remember going to it was called buy-sell exchange, which is kind of like cash converters, right?
Same,
so I would go there and go through the Nintendo games and find the perfect box.
The good games.
Just any game that had like a perfect box, right? No. So I'd buy it, and they were like £5, right? Buy a secondhand game, perfect condition. Yeah. I'd then go to Woolworths, which was like HMV, like a EB Games kind of, but bigger. And I said, "Oh, my nana got me this for my birthday, but I've already got it." And then they'd scan it, and then I get a credit. And so they'd give me 40 quid. So I'd spend 5 and get 40 back, right? And I used to do that like every other weekend at different shops, you know.
Good.
So that was my first. So that was probably 12, 13, at that point.
Wow, that's so good.
Yeah, and then I remember wanting I'm a Man United fan, and wanting a big puffer Man United jacket for Christmas, and mum and dad said, "Oh, we can't. We've already got your." Well, we're going to get
you one.
No, we got you something else, right? We can't afford it this year. So I was like, oh, bit devo. And I thought, I'm just going to go out singing. And I just went out and just knocked on like literally 1,000 doors and sang shitty Christmas carols. And they all give me £1 here or £2 there. Mate, within 2 days, I had enough money and went and bought a jacket myself. So I think that's always kind of been in me that like, if I need to do it, I will do it, you know. And even in New Zealand where I took a job that was like shit pay in a kitchen, it ended up being a really great company that I learned so much from, and that allowed me to then go and do my own business when we moved over here. Yeah. Without that kind of time piece in my life, I think maybe it wouldn't have gone to that next step, because they gave me really an insight outside of the kitchen, right?
Definitely.
Like how financials work, what you need to be doing, how P&Ls work, all that sort of stuff, right? Yeah. But the money was terrible when I first got there. So the fruit and veg guys used to deliver all the fruit and veg in big, heavy cardboard boxes. Yeah. And they had 5 cafes. So I used to go collect all the cardboard boxes at the end of the day. Okay. And I started an eBay site called Mr. Box King, and I used to just sell rubbish. And I was making $400 or $500 a week selling cardboard boxes as moving boxes. So,
because people needed them?
Yeah, for moving. Okay. So they were like weighted to 100 kilos because you'd have oranges or whatever in them, right? So people would just buy them to move house. They stacked well. And so they're just selling rubbish. And that was my life, right? Like I was always happy to just have that little bit of hustle and
if it's making you money.
Mate, there's money everywhere. That's what I say to people. I'm like, there's literally money everywhere.
If you want to look for it.
You have to look for it, right?
I had a mate that he was episode 2 on here so a long time ago, and this is his whole job. He buys and sells from like salvos or thrift shops, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. And from the markets and stuff like that, and sells everything on eBay. Yeah. So he knows the profits and the losses and on anything and everything. and his biggest seller is DVDs.
Really?
Yeah, and video games. Just crazy. I think he turned over 100 and, could be wrong, he'll listen to this. I think it was like 160,000 last year.
Yeah, right.
So that's in sales. And I think he profited, I think it was like $70,000 or $80,000.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Just from stuff that people don't want.
Yeah.
Like that bike or someone's hat. He knows that
but
it's
that stuff's the stuff on the side of the road.
Correct.
Is worth money.
I just picked up a surfboard this morning doing that.
Mate, there's all sorts everywhere. You just go, pick it up, chuck it on, style it, put it on Facebook.
Someone will take it.
Someone will always buy it.
Yeah.
Even if it's $20 or $30. If you do that 4 or 5 times a week,
that adds
give yourself
up.
some spending money.
Yeah. Pay for the mortgage or whatever it is.
You just got to have that
drive
to go out and do it. Yeah, for sure. But there is literally money everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So you've had a lot of businesses. How many do you reckon you've had? Have you counted?
I reckon
started at the age of 14, was it?
8 or 9.
Okay.
Maybe.
Is there one that you wish you still had to this day that you don't have anymore?
No.
Nah.
Honestly,
I love how confident you were when you said that.
Nah. I loved like Blackboard in Varsity was a spiritual.
It's still
home.
open, isn't it?
I stopped in on the way and got a coffee this morning.
Nice.
It's iconic Gold Coast, I think, really.
Definitely.
What we went through, what we built there was amazing. But by the time, like, we didn't plan on selling it. So someone literally walked in and was like,
gave you something you couldn't
I want to buy it. And we said no first. And then they came back another, month or 2 later,
offered
written a number down. And I was like, fuck, I'm out of here.
And that's what you want.
Yeah. And it kind of aligned with opening the pizza shop. So we opened Tamaro and Burley Waters, which was near where we lived at that point. It was like a bit of a COVID fun project.
Yeah, cool.
And so I was like, I'll sell that and then just do the pizza shop for a little bit and see how that goes. So that was fun. It was like a bit of a passion project, I'd say. I love making wood-fired pizza and it was just fun. And I had turned into like me behind the bar, over pouring everyone's drinks, having it. Like it was a good time. Like the whole neighborhood loved it. Like it was a good time. But after a year of doing that, I was like, I don't want to do another year of this. Like, and when it came to hospital, I feel like I'd given everything.
Yeah, and some.
Achieved more than I ever dreamed of.
Yeah.
And didn't see anything else that I wanted to do or get out of it. And so I was like, I'm 30. I was, 36, maybe 35, 36 at the time. And I was like, if I'm going to change, it should probably be now because the older you get, the harder it is to reinvent yourself. Yeah. Right. So
you had, and don't take this the wrong way, you had a good amount of money behind you after selling a business too. Yeah. I obviously don't know that amount and I don't need to know.
Yeah. It was all right.
But that helps you.
We were mortgage free.
Well, you're laughing.
Yeah.
But then you then have that, well, I have something to back myself here to whatever it is I want to do.
Yeah.
And why not do it then?
Yeah.
That's
and for me, it was
time.
like weighing up. I got offered a job in real estate.
Yeah.
I'd had my hair done by then. So the company that did it, I was like, is there anything that you might need? Is there space to join your team? So I weighed up real estate. It's like
a lot of hard work in real estate.
It's a grind, right? And there's no guarantees.
No, not at all.
And I'm like, And then this other job, mate, it was like, honestly, it was like $70,000 a year, but I didn't do it for the money. I was like, it was a couple of days a week. And I was like, you know what? I'll do it and see where it goes. And
is that what you do now? Is that?
No, so I started that and it was like, that was a community manager role. So it was not selling anything or doing anything. It was like people who were already in that, sort of in their airspace, assisting and dealing with any issues or fluffing people essentially.
I love that.
And so I did that for maybe like 3 months and then, and then one of the managing directors there was like, have you thought about like maybe consulting and you can try a bit of that. And so, they had a team, they had clinics sort of here, there and everywhere around the country. And, so I started at the Gold Coast and within maybe like 3 months was their top performer when it came to, to signing people up for hair transplants.
I feel like the reason behind that would be everything you'd done beforehand. So you'd had your business when you were very young.
Yeah.
And then hospitality, you're dealing with people all day, every day.
Yeah.
You become a very confident person, even if you're not, because you have to talk to people.
Yeah.
Like you can't get away from it.
Nah.
And Amy used to own a cafe too, so she's the same. But when she's not around people, she's very quiet. And so I feel that was probably the main reason why you were so successful.
Yeah. And I think that, like I said, that empathy piece definitely helped, but also like anyone who's worked in hospo or owned hospo businesses or been around hospo, the mental health aspect of hospo is like out of control, like, especially with like a lot of chefs. They end up, drinking too much or whatever it is that they shouldn't be doing. So
put stuff up their nose.
Just surviving.
Exactly.
Because it's a shit job, right? Like it's a shit job where you, work long hours and you miss out on all the things that, normal people do. Cause you're
definitely
cooking for them.
Well, it's usually split shifts.
So I think that those things definitely helped. And for me, like I don't sell anything. I just, for majority of the time, I think I spend more time trying to talk people out of having a hair transplant than actually like telling them to do it, because it's not as simple as just like going there, having a hair transplant and then getting on with your life. Like there's, that whole piece around preventative medication and that's a long-term journey, right?
Definitely.
That's a 50, 40-year plan for most people. So you have to know what it is and be all in on that and be really comfortable. So for me, I think connecting with people, being able to read people, understanding where they're coming from and what they need and being honest with them and giving them, giving them reasonable expectations and then trying to over-deliver that when we actually do the procedure. But for me, I really feel like I found my place, which is weird because I thought I had my place, right? But now I look back and think I would never, ever go into hospital ever again.
So you fell into what you're doing now pretty much.
Fell into it. But I think that once you understand people and you understand business, you can pretty much do anything.
Correct.
So,
couldn't agree more.
Like anything. I think I could probably go and do anything at this point and figure out how to make it work.
Well, how people like to be treated is the first thing. Speak to people the correct way. And this is probably not the best way of putting it across, but telling people what they want to hear, but sometimes what they don't want to hear as well. And that's pretty much your whole goal done then. If they feel comfortable, they hear what they want to hear, they want to hear the problems, they pretty much make their decision from that. It's
interesting because a lot of people who operate in the space that we're in, they try and, I don't know if it feels like manipulation, but they'll sit there and tell you like, why do you feel so sad about your hair? Why do you tell me why you feel so sad about it? And they go at it that way and I'm like, fuck, like, I don't want you to be miserable. Let's talk about like what is possible and let's see if that's going to make you happy, right? Because it may not, right? Because we're taking hair from an area and we can't take more than what you have, right? So is what you have available going to give you the outlook of something that's going to add value to your life? And sometimes that's yes and sometimes that's no. I think that for those people who aren't eligible or not going to get the result that they want, knowing is equally as powerful as because they don't wonder anymore. It's like, no, all right, it's just not for me and that's absolutely fine. I'll get on with my life. But that you have a responsibility. I have a responsibility to be upfront and honest because the risk is that you could look worse if you get a hair transplant.
Well, I had a mate, and this is obviously not something I would do. I probably should talk into the mic. He went to Turkey and got his done. But when he come back and like it's been over 12 months or so now, but he's still got like the little Devon patch here, but the rest of this is still like it's pretty good. But didn't fix all his problems at the end of the day. I don't know if that's because of what he had. Like obviously you've seen and heard and a million different cases. But like the same with me with my teeth. I would never go anywhere else other than Australia to get something that is either cosmetic or makes you look better, because if you do have problems and if you aren't happy with it, Why go overseas? Because you can't just fucking rock up at their doorstep and say, "Oh, I need this fixed."
Yeah.
So
I think it's always a hard conversation. People say to me like, "Why should I come to you and spend that much if I can go to Turkey and spend?"
Yeah,
that much?
exactly.
People don't really understand what is going on.
Yeah.
I think that's a key thing is that like you're not comparing apples with apples, right? So the best doctor in Turkey or the best group of doctors in Turkey that actually do the hair transplant charge equal or more than what we do in Australia, right? The cheap ones, there's no doctor involved. So it's literally people who have zero medical training where one doctor will walk around,
watch
8 or 12
people procedures
going on at exactly the same time.
Wow.
You then have techs who are taking out hair and putting it in, and they're just making sure that, you're
doing that right.
No, I don't even think they do that, to be honest. They're probably drinking Turkish coffee or eating Turkish delight. I don't know what they're doing, right? But they're not doing the hair transplant.
Wow.
You're not getting something that is comparable to what we do. So there are some amazing doctors
like any country.
in Thailand, in Turkey, in America, like everywhere. You have a handful of doctors, but the pool of like world-class doctors that operate globally makes up probably 5% of the market.
Wow.
Like 95% of it is black market.
Okay.
Also, the industry has changed dramatically in the last 5 years. So when I did mine and I was very bald, right?
Worse than me?
No, probably not, but not too far away. Not too far away. I'll send you some photos. You can have a look after.
Are they online?
They're online. Yeah. So it was like front, mid, and crown, but it was high here and here. So like my type of hair loss, we weren't doing hair transplants like that 6 or 7 years ago. It wasn't.
You've had yours done twice, eh?
So I had it done recently, like 3 weeks ago. I didn't really need it, but
3 weeks ago. Did you say?
Yeah. So
that's healed well.
Yeah, I didn't really need it, but I thought
just because you can.
Yeah, essentially. Who doesn't want a little bit more?
I did. Yeah,
pay for it because we co-own the clinic, so to pay for something, right? So
exactly.
But
sorry.
But we weren't having hair transplants. It wasn't common, right? It used to be like people who were just having very small procedures and they maybe do like 2 or 3 of those just to add a little bit of value. So market expectation today in 2026 is like up here.
Yes.
Whereas like the capability of most places is still down here. Right? So people weren't doing 4, 5, 6, 7,000 grafts in those times, and they should be really kept to the most skilled doctors. But these clinics and here, there, and everywhere, they try and do it because the market demands it. Yeah, but you're as likely to get botched in Australia as you are in Turkey. Like there's a lot of shit here, mate. Like a lot of shit, So people should research, and that research should take time. I think for most people. All research always leads straight to me.
Best research.
Yeah. If you research properly and you don't talk to me, you haven't researched properly. But it should take you probably 6 to 12 months. So even if we're not for you, right? If coming to me is not the way to go because maybe financially it's not possible, you will find some really, really great doctors in places like Thailand and overseas. You should take that time because you're going to look at it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, of course.
And if it goes wrong, especially if you are very bald or you need a lot of grafts, there's no second chance because you have a finite amount of hair. And once it's gone, it's gone. And we've seen like everything. Like, some of it you just think
so bad.
You'd be better being bald than having to live looking
so
like
sad,
that.
Hey?
Mate, it's really sad because and I know as bald people, losing your hair can be difficult for some people. I didn't really realize I was bald because I was traveling a lot. Okay. And so I used to wet shave my head because I couldn't afford to go to the barber back then, right? So I didn't want to go to the barber back then. And so I tried to grow it back at like 25 and I was like, shit, it's good. Where did all that hair go? So I wasn't one of those who was like month on month noticing more hair loss and stressing about it, and very confident person anyway. So I was I would say very accepting, right, of my baldness. But it's also given me back things that I maybe didn't expect or didn't know that I was maybe hiding under that confidence.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm very confident, but I am obviously bald. So my ex-wife, you might need to shake that first, possibly. Just to your Ned's milk.
Ned's Shocky Milk, everyone.
Now, haven't had this before, have you?
Nah, never had this. 26 grams of protein available at all good outlets.
And bad ones.
If Ned needs some hair, just call me.
Ned's got a shitload of hair, but he might need it.
I don't know.
Well, Adam Sutherland, I'll bring him up now because you got his shirt on.
Yeah.
He looked like he had a good head of hair too, but clearly he wasn't happy.
So some people, they want it to get to where it used to be before it gets to a point where it's too late.
Which is what he's done.
So he was fairly thin through the top of his head, but he could still style it, right? So he had enough at the front where, you style it in a certain way, it gives you enough. But he was a little bit more diffuse. So for him, it was just about putting hair everywhere and getting him back. And you see him now with a buzz cut. He hasn't grown his hair back and it looks really good at that length.
Great. Yeah.
Whereas if he would have had a buzz cut before, it would have probably been a little bit more like shiny.
Not like mine at all.
Yeah. And so,
how did he come to you, or did you?
Yeah. So we've done quite a few, like Benny Marnie. I don't know if have you ever had him on the podcast?
No,
you should do,
Willie?
Mate. Yeah, Willie. But Benny's a legend.
Okay.
He's such a
here,
good boy. Yeah, he's on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
You should get him on because he's a really good boy.
Yeah.
He knows Adam, and then Nate, who's got a barber shop just down the road.
Is that where Adam got
he gets his hair cut, and so Nate had sent a few people to us, and they'd had that conversation and. He sort of followed me one day and I was like, "Oh, you're going to call my banana phone?" And he was like, "Oh, maybe." And then he came up and
very clever from you.
The rest was kind of history. But like anyone, like we've dealt with, a lot of big celebrities.
Who's the biggest?
Can't tell you.
You can't? Okay.
No, I can't tell
right.
you, unfortunately.
No, that's
A-list. Big.
That's cool.
We did Fisher, who looks amazing.
Thomas?
Paul Fisher, DJ Fisher.
I say Thomas because his brother comes here and gets tattooed.
Yeah, sick.
And I'm doing a podcast with him next Thursday.
Yeah, sweet. I think he maybe ask him if he's going to come see me because Paul joked about it last time he was in.
Did he?
So I mean, he looks awesome. Like he was super bald. And,
he looks amazing now.
He looks really good.
Yeah.
So you deal with a few of those people and then you kind of just get,
wow. How good. He just come out of nowhere too, Fisher. With
he hit it well. I think that whole bucket hat thing suited him well for 6 months. No one was kind of, that was kind of his look, right? His thing was that bucket hat, or
the shaved head. It was one or the other.
Yeah, it seems to, he doesn't seem to wear that hat as much as what he used to.
Well, it's probably a good thing for your business.
Yeah.
Did he plug yours at all?
No.
Surely. Nothing.
No.
That would be nice.
But he put his Instagram post out there, and then the doctor commented, and he replied, and that was
lovely. That's what you need.
That was kind of that.
Yeah.
So
how good.
He's a good bloke. He's a really good bloke, actually.
Thomas, his brother, is fucking intense.
Yeah.
So you think Fisher's like what you see of Fisher online?
But that's real. That's who they are, right? Like
Thomas is more again.
Yeah. I don't know where they get that energy from. I've had a fit for that energy. But he says his mum's like that too. She's out there partying, 70 odd years old, mate. She's up till 6 in the morning.
That's the best, eh?
Fuck, I haven't stayed up till 11. 6 in the morning.
Oh, it's the best. It's so good.
Yeah.
Listeners, this episode is brought to you by Dookies.co, a locally owned Gold Coast brand making seriously good board shorts for men. Born by the beach and made for it. Dookies is also comfortable, stylish, and laid back feel that only comes from truly knowing the coast. Whether you're in the surf or at the pub or just cruising through the weekend, Dookies has you covered. Support local and upgrade your board shorts. Check out dookies.co or follow them on socials at dookies.co. That's DUKIES.co. Use the code Meraki10 at checkout for 10% off. That's MERAKI 10 for 10% off your next order. Go check them out, guys. Back to the podcast. So when you fell into this now career that you have, and part owner of the clinic you're at, was life so much more relaxed? Was it like, I don't need to be at the fucking cafe until 11 o'clock doing dishes, even though you're not doing them? But
I used to do everything at the cafe. You know, like I was an operational, functional member of staff.
So
it's just
life
different.
was a bit different,
Different. Both have, I guess, pros and cons. But dealing with a business that's 7 days a week in hospo, tough.
Yeah, it is.
There's always something, you know, and there's always, when you're dealing with lots of young people who are employees, we had 60 staff at one point, you know, over 4 cafes, and nothing prepares you for that. You know, like it's a tough
people
gig.
calling in sick the last minute, and
it's interesting because when we had 4, you end up making less money because you overstaff it to put out fires constantly. Or you end up with the wrong people doing the wrong things, but you need people. Or you just need bodies to function. And so we then sold the smaller cafes and just went down to the big ones and the coffee roasters. And mate, that was way better for us, to be honest.
Do you still have the coffee roaster?
No.
Nothing at all. Just the one business.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So life's a lot better?
I don't think I plan on doing anything else. You never know.
Nice.
But
you feel life's a lot more relaxed now?
It's hard. Our kids are a little bit older, you know. So you're like, is it, you know, like life wasn't like having a big cafe that has good turnover, that makes good money is less stressful than like having a small cafe where you're like literally fighting for and I've got friends who have had small businesses and it's like that, right?
I know how that feels.
Mate, it's a tough gig. Like hospo. But hospo now is like so much harder. Like,
well, because there's so many more of them.
But it's also like everything's so expensive.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we look at like what you pay for eggs now versus 10 years ago, you know.
You buy a dozen for $15 now and they're probably $5 before.
But no one wants to spend $30 on breakfast. So you have to keep the cost
correct
to the customer still where it was. Mate, coffee now is like how much? $5?
I don't drink coffee, so I have no idea.
It's probably $5 or $5.50, right?
Yep.
10 years ago, it was $4.50. $1 inflation in 10 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And if you're charging $7,
I don't think you're getting a coffee down here for $5. You might be in Brizzy.
Maybe a long black.
Yeah, I don't even think you do next door.
Really? Yeah.
I think they're like $6.
It should be more. It should be $9 or $10, right?
Yeah.
If you look at beer over 10 years versus coffee over 10 years, but mate, it costs you more to put out a coffee than it does to put it does, right?
Yeah,
to put out
100% right.
Mate, I used to own a pizza shop where we used to buy beer and I was like, fuck, the margin in beer is unreal.
Yeah.
You sell one beer, like just.
Well, yeah, you buy a carton, say for example, I don't know if you can now, $50 for a carton, you get 24 stubbies.
Yeah.
So they're $2 a stubby.
Yeah.
You sell them for $7 or $8, $9. It's a big markup, like you said. You're not getting that with coffee.
You put that in a keg, mate, and it's even more.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Things like $300 a keg or something, maybe more now, probably.
Yeah, I was like $2.50, $2.80, depending on what beer it was.
Yeah.
But, mate, cheap beer, you charge $10. Good beer, you charge like. It's wild, you know. So there's easy ways and hard ways to do it. But I can't like. Some cuts of meat used to be cheap and now they're like ridiculous. Like, you know, they're charging for shit meat the same as what we used to pay for iFillet.
Oh, my fan's.
It's gone off, yeah.
No, it's rotating.
Stitch up.
Stitch myself up, yeah. I get sweaty. I don't know if you're that sweaty, but.
No, my
Your fan's working.
I sauna and ice bath a lot, so he doesn't.
You regulate.
Yeah, he doesn't really affect me like he used to.
Okay. Apparently, this is completely off topic, but we've talked about ice baths. Apparently, they're not good for you.
Who said that?
Well, there's studies into it. More so for females than males.
Yeah.
But if you're doing them constantly, they're not good for you.
What do they do?
I don't know.
I fucking love it. Eh? I love being.
I hate hot and cold. I can't deal.
Do you?
Yeah.
I get an ice bath. It's like riding a motorbike.
Yeah.
You don't think about anything except survive in the 8 minutes that I'm in there.
8 minutes.
8 minutes at 6 degrees usually.
Every morning?
Or afternoon.
Okay.
Afternoon at the moment because I feel just a little bit hotter and I feel like going into that sort of early night where I'm going to start to
wind down
and get sleepy. I prefer to be cool, so tend to ice bath in the afternoon at the moment. But
do you know who Luke Camilleri is?
Maybe
the car man. Mazda.
Yes, I do. Yeah. I do.
Every morning at whatever time it is I think he's 3 degrees. For 3 minutes. Every morning.
I feel like you kind of go up and down. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Statistically, I think anything under 10 is you're just torturing yourself. Even 6 is like, but after you're in there, you just got to get through the first 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I think you could stay in there for as long as your body.
As
long as your kidneys will let out, or you feel like you're going to piss yourself or die.
I'd probably piss myself in there to be fair.
Mate, I went through once I was in the sauna for 30 minutes and I thought I'll get straight out and jump into the ice bath. And that was the biggest mistake because your blood pressure goes tanks. And it was like the craziest drug rush. I was lying there I had to get out because I felt like I was going to pass out.
Yeah, right.
And it probably
go cold to hot? It'd be
it's easy, because it's like you're getting that gradual, but you're going straight from 60 degrees down to
just a shock on your body.
Yeah. So it's all right. You can do it after 10 minutes. Up and down seems to be fine for me. But it was 30 minutes in there and then straight down.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice, but you wouldn't want to do it on your own.
I definitely can't deal.
Yeah.
What's one lesson you've learnt from hospitality that you've brought across to the business you're in now?
I think the one lesson or the one bit of advice that I had a long time ago that has always stuck with me is that money is the byproduct of happiness. And if you make people happy, the rest of it follows. And I think that that's one thing that honestly is kind of a bit of an ethos in my life or something that a core value that I just if people are happy, the money will follow, but don't chase the money, chase the people, make them happy. And then what happens.
Yeah.
We have such a good reputation now and people trust us and that takes time to obviously build, but you get that from being transparent and honest and being real with people. I've had people where they come in, I'm like, mate, don't do it. It's not going to work for you.
Okay.
They've had other people that have told them, get a hair
It'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine because they're more interested in their money, right?
Yeah, of course.
Then those people go and they talk to 2 or 3 of their friends and say, this happened and this is my experience. And then their friends come and they get a hair transplant with us, right? So you have to have that level of integrity. But for me, it's always about, can this person be happy, not just short term, but also long term? Because I'm sure you will know that when I'm 25 and bald, I'm shaving my head. I actually didn't care because I was young.
Yeah.
You feel, you're spunky. You get
confident.
The older you get, you start to look a little bit older. Yeah. It kind of means more to you for different reasons. Yeah. I got mine done too, right? It means more to you for different reasons, right? So as I age, the sort of way I look and dress and conduct myself is different, right? So I said to you when I walked in that I got laser tattoo removal.
Yes.
Mate, that was a massive thing in my life, right?
Okay.
That was, I think, a real key turning point for where I am today. So although I covered some of those tattoos up, I had tattoos on my neck that I lasered off. I had shitty tattoos on my arms that I redid, but that was kind of like the person I was then with tattoos here, the shit tattoos there, that kind of made me feel stuck in hospital. I don't know if that sounds weird, but the way I look, I can't imagine
that was
looking like that, with those tattoos, doesn't float in any kind of corporate world.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a mental thing, but I think that if I still had tattoos on my neck, I don't know if I would be doing what I'm doing. You know?
Well, I feel like not the integrity, but the customer's perception of who you are wouldn't go along with the corporate life. I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it could be mentally how I think as well, but I totally agree with you because you don't see, let's just use Dana White as an example. He doesn't cruise around the UFC with tattoos all over his neck and on his head and have one of the most successful businesses going.
Yeah.
But he's fighters and stuff too.
Yeah.
But it's a whole different world.
It's a different world.
So for him to get to where he is he's got tattoos, but he doesn't have them in places where they
you can see them.
Yeah.
And I got them when I was young. And so for me, getting rid of those, I think that was the sort of start of different life.
Yeah, nice.
Which I didn't plan at the time.
Yeah.
And that came up fortuitously too. Like we had, he was Mike and they had MJ Driver. I don't think they still do it anymore. Him and his missus.
Well, funny you say that. So the company was called, what were they called?
MJ Driver.
MJ Driver. And for people that don't know, it was actually in this building that Meraki Tattoo Parlor and the podcast studio are in. Yeah. Which is crazy. I think you sent it to me in the message.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah.
And I think I just replied with something else.
Yeah, it's near Little Mermaid.
He's like, answer my question.
So, they came in and they were customers of the cafe and they're like, oh, do you want to do contra? Like, give us some food and we'll give you some laser. And I was like, yeah, no worries.
Well, when I can learn to tattoo, you probably don't have much room. We can do
I got a little bit. Yeah. You should just get a laser machine, mate.
Well, they're so expensive.
I know, but our friend, I
think they're over like 100,000 or something.
Yeah, but they could.
Yeah, they can.
Our friends, they got a tattoo studio in Toowoomba. So Jason, he does like SMP as well. Like, the head tattoos that look like hair.
The bloke hit me up about that. Yeah. And I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah. And so, he started doing laser as well. Okay. Man, I think go gangbusters.
Yeah, lovely.
It's disgusting. Have you had laser? Have you mate, it's the worst
too
thing.
Smart, mate. I've got a missus that's done all my tattoos.
Yeah. It's probably the grossest thing I've ever done.
And I could be completely wrong here, and the way you're talking about it is good for money flow and stuff like that, which is probably what we need, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
But we do very good tattoos here.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give that option of, we do shit tattoos, we can remove them for you. But it's probably the way I'm thinking.
Yeah, but good tattoo studios are the ones where people go in and say, can you cover this up for me?
Which is what we do.
Yeah, but even having 2 or 3 sessions of laser to lighten it, it's going to make that cover up a lot easier.
Well, there's a friend of mine. Well, he's not a friend. I've spoken to him a few times. He owns Fresh Ink, I think it is. Josh Clooney's name is.
Yeah.
And he's got a removal thing in his, I'm pretty sure. Or used to anyway. I don't know if he still does.
Yeah. It's a bit more common, I guess, now.
It is.
It's painful.
Oh, well, they say
the smell, man.
They say it's 3 times more expensive to remove your tattoos than it is to get tattooed. Is that correct?
I don't know. I didn't pay for it.
Oh, that's all right. You just gave him food.
Yeah, I just gave him food, mate. So
you did pay for
the deal was definitely better for me than it was for
sure.
them, I'm sure. But over the years, I definitely would have sent a few people.
Fuck, I like to do a lot of tattoos to get my hair done.
But it was smelly, man. The bubble, I wouldn't do it again. For anyone out there who is thinking about getting a tattoo that doesn't really love it or go to somewhere good, don't.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it.
What's the smell like? What can you put the smell?
Burning flesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And it hurts.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially on your neck.
The neck was probably actually easier than the arms because there's a lot of blood flow through the neck, heart. So it just heals quicker, whereas the arms would bubble and...
Fuck that.
Yeah.
It'd be like blisters.
It was blisters.
Yuck.
And I'd do both arms at the same time and just punish myself. Just want to get it done,
Yeah,
let's just get it done.
How long did you... Because you
probably did 8 sessions over maybe 16 months, I think.
Wow.
And they weren't completely gone, but enough to then to get them covered over.
Yeah, wow. And, was it quite dark stuff you had?
Yeah, it was tribal. I think I had my name on my arm.
I've got that on my back.
Hey, just stuff you do when you're young,
18.
Just in case you forget who you are.
So
I feel like everyone did it. I see people who are 40 and they've got their names. You
see the Southern Cross in there?
Yeah.
So I had that when I was 19 or something.
Yeah.
And slowly cover it. Needs a few more goes over it. But
Southern Cross, barbed wire.
Yeah. Tribal.
A bit of Kenji.
Yeah, so true. Is there a moment in your life where you're proud of but you don't talk about it enough?
I probably don't honestly give myself enough credit for what I've achieved in my life at any point. I never look at it and go, That's probably my biggest regret of owning the hospo businesses is that I never enjoyed it.
Yeah, okay.
And I could have done.
Yep.
You know, we were big enough where I could have enjoyed
Could
it.
have set back a bit.
But when you're in those sort of businesses, I think that you're always more worried about the next week instead of celebrating the week that you got through. So it was always this week was great, but what if we don't do that much next week? What if this? What if that? You know?
We can do this much.
And
not settle for that.
Yeah.
X amount of dollars. We can do X amount plus this.
Yeah. So I think that there's probably that whole time period. I don't know if I'm ever like look back and think, I did a really good job. You know, I think now probably, you know, being a good dad makes me, you know,
way
really
prouder.
proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
you don't talk about it much?
Nah, because I don't need to, because it's between me and my kids, really, right? Like, no one wants to hear that I'm a great dad, because I'm not their dad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so true.
And I think, you know, one thing that I've learned is that, like, you know, my eldest daughter's 11.
Yeah.
Is that you realize, like, you'll have it. Everyone has it. I had a good childhood, right? I had a good childhood, but there's things in my life I'm like, fuck, trauma from my parents. You know, like doing this or that. And I think you have to accept as a parent that, like, no matter how good you are, there's going to be something that your kid brings up that's like, you fucking did this to me. You know?
So true. So true.
But all you can do is help prepare them the best you can, right? And they're going to walk down their own roads and be there to support them. I think me as a dad to 4 girls, working really hard to have the best line of communication possible, because when they're young, they're all daddy's girls, but I'm aware that when they get teenagers,
it's going to be different.
It may be different, but trying to keep that line of like communication open and give advice from a place of like not judging them or giving them a different perspective without giving them a solution, right? So especially with my eldest, like, you know, 12-year-old girls, they have their ups and downs. There's friendship group issues and stuff like that.
Of course.
And more just saying to her, like, hey, in that situation, like, how would that other person feel? What is your perspective on them if you look outside of you? And giving them that rather than actual advice, but just trying to help them, you know, have a wider vision of the situation.
Definitely.
They can still make whatever choice they want to. And after that, you can say, well, how did that work out for you? Do you think that was the right way to go or not? And not be judgmental. I think that for me is one key thing as a parent that I'm probably quite proud of.
Listen and don't judge.
Yeah, exactly. You judge a little bit, but in private with your wife, you know, like, oh, fuck, what is she doing? Just not to them, right? So, I think that, I don't know. Do you feel proud about stuff? Like,
this shop, probably more so. Like, do you follow rugby league at all?
You know, Brisbane are doing all right. So,
we had Reece Walsh in here just recently. And like some of the people we've had in here are like, for example, Fisher's brother, like people that you would never expect to come in here. We've had multiple NRL players. We've had some actors. We've had successful business owners, Olympians, Paralympians, shit that you just think will never happen. And it's like we're just 2 people from the bush. And we're doing all right. Like we're not saying we're fucking the best tattoo shop on the Gold Coast, but our work's at a very high standard. And if you're not a good worker and if you don't put in the effort, you don't last. We're pretty cutthroat here. It's our business at the end of the day.
Sure.
And it's our name. It's not their name. So we're very proud of what we've got here, but very rarely, I've said it multiple times, I don't stand back and smell the roses. It's just like you were saying with your cafes and stuff like that. Very rarely do you have time to do that. You just full steam ahead next week, next day, next hour.
Do you allow yourself to enjoy it?
I probably should. The times when I do is I'm not usually here. So I'm like going for a surf or I'm going to play cricket or whatever it is when I should really be with Amy and we should both be enjoying it. But Amy's more like structured. I'm fucking all over the place. I just can't sit still. That's my biggest problem. I'm about to learn to tattoo as well, so I've applied for my tattoo license.
Yeah,
and I'm just waiting for that to come back, and it'll be cool, but it's just
you start drawing on yourself.
Yeah, definitely not. No, I would definitely not be. I would not tattoo myself ever.
Yeah,
I've seen so many people do it, and it just looks shit.
It does. You got to practice, right? And that's probably why they do it.
I've got a lot of mates that are interested on me practicing.
Yeah,
so.
okay. Maybe you will need that laser. It's going to take time, right?
Yeah, correct.
It's like anything you do, the first few are probably going to be fucking stink.
So I'm going to do, like, obviously being Indigenous, I don't look it, but grown up as an Indigenous kid all my life.
Yeah.
And I want to factor that into my tattoos.
Yeah.
So I want to do like, I did have it here. My first few I'm going to do are like goannas, but with Indigenous artwork through them.
Yeah.
And then I'll do like emus and kangaroos and
sick.
So it'll be all my own touch that if people want to get it, they get it. Obviously they'll be Indigenous, a lot of the people, but for people that love the culture and want to get it tattooed on them as well.
Yeah.
And then I'll go into like stuff like you've got on your legs, like black work and stuff like that.
Do you think that there'll be a wave of change when it comes to Indigenous
I hope so.
people here? Because, like, I mean, I told you we lived in New Zealand for 6 years. And over there, I think the Maori culture is so strong.
Yeah.
And you have a white Kiwi over there with Māori tattoos, mokos, like, and they're genuinely proud of that culture.
Definitely.
I think that my wife is part Maori, and for her, I think that was probably the hardest thing about being over here is that there's it's not the same. You know?
No, definitely not.
It's
the
not.
Culture's nowhere near the same.
Yeah,
I've been to New Zealand and you can see the difference.
Yeah,
and this will sound so bad, and anyone that is from New Zealand, don't take this personally, but the New Zealand people in Australia are Australian Kiwis. They're not Kiwi Australians, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They've been so much, because they've been here for so long, a lot of them, they don't get back to their culture a lot too, I feel. They probably, a lot of them do, but a lot of them don't.
Yeah.
And you can see it. A lot of them eat the same foods as the Australians eat, and they don't. And it's the same with Indigenous culture. Indigenous culture is the same.
What do you think needs to change? How does it change?
Oh, it starts at the top, doesn't it, with the government and giving us more of a chance. People need to learn more about their culture too. Yeah. I feel like there's not enough out there for people to learn.
Yeah.
So however that works, like I don't know enough about mine.
Yeah.
I know like where my tribe is from, my mob, and to go back there's not a whole lot. Like I'm from North Stradbroke Island. Yeah. So there's like a cultural centre and that over there, but
not really.
No, there's not much else than either going to the elders, putting in the effort yourself to connect with the elders and to put in all that effort. Obviously you need to do it and want to be able to do it, but it's just not readily available. You have to go find it yourself.
Do you think that the All Blacks played a big part in the cultural acceptance in New Zealand?
For sure. They were just so well regarded. Yeah. I feel very successful too, which helps. Yeah. If you're a rubbish team and you're trying to push culture, it's probably not going to go as well as. Yeah. Well, that's just the way I think.
I guess they introduced that in a way that was somewhat spectacular, right? With the haka and that war thing, and it was like.
Couldn't agree more.
Gets people going, and maybe that was. I should probably know a little bit more, given my wife's history. But understanding like why it's so different. But having lived in both countries, what I would say is that like Australia's quite Americanized,
yes,
and New Zealand's a little bit more English.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that people over there are just genuinely, maybe I don't want to say friendlier, but
more relaxed.
Yeah, I think that it's probably easier to make friends in New Zealand than it is to make friends in Australia.
Yeah, I think New Zealand people are more caring.
Yeah, maybe. I think it's just quite cliquey here. Like, especially somewhere like the Gold Coast, is these people generally have known each other for a long period of time and trying to break into that.
We have tall poppy syndrome in Australia too. Mm-hmm. Which you're well aware of.
Yeah.
I feel that's a big problem in Australia.
Yeah, but I think you're on the opposite end of that scale is that people want to seek too much validation. Like, if you're successful and shut your mouth, no one's going to cut you down.
So true.
But people here like try and almost rub people's face in it. And I think it's a bit of a double-edged sword where it's probably a bit from pot A and a bit from pot B to blame for that, you know. But I do agree that, you know, genuinely people just want to cut people down because they don't like successful people. But there's also way too many people who claim to be successful who I think, are they really successful? Do you really, you know, like...
Really, they're struggling to buy a cheeseburger.
It's really common. You know, people see people, I got a Lambo, but fuck, I can't afford to pay for it.
I can't put fuel in it.
No. How much is the insurance?
Oh, so true. Oh, fuck. What's the biggest misconception about your new career that you're in?
I think the biggest misconception is that it's easy.
Yeah.
You know,
it doesn't look easy.
I think people think that hair transplants are cookie cutter and that anyone can do them and that the outcome is going to be the same. I think it's the biggest misconception, generally due to just an overload of marketing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
People say, oh, I want to come to Hairline Clinic. No, you don't. You don't want to come to Hairline Clinic. Hairline Clinic's just a brand name, right? Yes. You need to look at who the person is who's actually performed, because that's what matters, right? Like, not the brand name, whoever it is, you know, we don't need to name names, but
no, we don't.
The actual doctor or person who's doing the procedure, do what they do align with what you're looking for, right? And each doctor or clinic or whoever's doing hair transplants will have their own style, right? Much like a tattooist. And you should understand that doctor is going to do what they do. Yeah. And if that doesn't align with you, then
don't go there. Yeah, simple.
But people genuinely think that if they have hair, they'll feel better.
Yeah.
But if it looks shit and you got hair, you're not going to you're not going to feel better.
No.
And in a lot of cases worse, because that hair is permanent.
Yes.
You're then going to have scars in the back of your head.
Yeah.
And there's big risks to that. And I think that it's just everyone thinks it's easy and they don't have to do meds and just get a hair transplant. That's my solution, and it's mental.
Well, I watched Adam's pretty closely, and he documented the whole thing, which I loved.
Yeah,
like he did I can take this medication on top of the medication that have been prescribed, and it will help me. Obviously, you can't buy some of that stuff unless you know the right people.
Yeah, well, it's all prescription, right?
Yeah,
so there's plenty of places, like we do subscription medication where you can get it just posted out to you. And I would always recommend anyone do that as a first step. Like, hey, like you don't want to figure out you don't like it after you've had a hair transplant. It's kind of mental. It's readily available through like online, you know, those online sort of companies now. Like someone like Adam, for example, because he documented it, I don't mind talking about it.
Yeah.
But he, you know, at the start struggled with the tablets, did topical, reintroduced the tablets on a different sort of regime.
Yeah.
And now he does both and he's absolutely fine, right?
Yeah, lovely.
Sometimes people will go, and it's not their doctor's fault per se, but maybe they just go to their GP who doesn't specialize in it. They'll just write them a script, they'll buy it over the counter. They end up taking more than what is clinically necessary because, you know,
that
those
can have an effect.
Yes. Yeah. Because they're not designed for hair loss, right?
Yeah,
so hair loss is the main side of hair growth is the main side effect of those two medications, but they weren't specifically designed for hair.
Okay.
They've been approved for hair now, but so people will just end up buying them and taking too much. So hair loss meds should be treated like a staircase. Some people walk up and some people walk down and some people stay in the middle, right?
Okay.
There's not a one sort of shoe fits all.
That works everyone.
And so some people just have to ease yourself into it. Like it's not about like going on the highest dose like day one.
Because it's not going to work.
Well, you're running the risk of having adverse side effects.
Yeah, okay.
But if you started slowly and worked up to it, you're going to be fine. But it's a industry that unfortunately is like the Wild West, where they don't have people's genuine best interests.
Yeah, which is sad.
At heart. There's a lot of places out there that will offer discounts or ways to try and get people in quickly.
Right.
It's just very money focused rather than like, hey, this person's decision, like what you do to them will affect the next 40 years of their life. So we say no to people who have, you would say, oh, that person's got fairly good hair.
Yeah.
But if they don't have enough at the back to,
you can't do it.
Maybe we could do this one, but as the rest of their hair goes over time, even on meds, some will go, then they're stuck, right? And so you have to go to that person like, hey, well, this is maybe a short-term fix, but long-term, you might be fucked.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so you have to go into that with like your eyes wide open, right? So for us, it's like we don't mandate anything. We don't tell people you have to do this or you have to, like we're not Dan Andrews. But you have to know, like, this is the road that I'm walking down.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like giving you a map. Like, these are the stops on the way. So you should be fairly comfortable with this if you come across it, or this if you come across it, and this, right? If those things don't align with you, honestly, just be bald.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sweet. Being bald's not that bad.
Yeah.
I like being bald,
right.
you know, like it was fine.
Do you think... I'll show you the back of my head because I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
Do you think you could help me?
Let's have a look. Well, you got really, really fine hair, right? So
it's quite thick though. You feel it, but obviously you look at hair.
So like a couple of things that you have to look at is if you look at how much surface area that is, you can take generally around 40% of that hair to relocate, right?
Okay.
So if you look at the area being, say, this big, and then the area that you have to cover
is that big.
Yeah. Does that much hair equate to something that you're going to be happy with? Like for you, because you've lost a little bit of hair through the lateral humps here, that makes the surface area that you need to cover a lot bigger, more, right? You could say, well, I would say to you, hey, it's not a good idea to get a hair transplant right now. It may never be, right?
Yeah, of course.
But if you want to give it all you can, do a year, maybe a year and a half on meds. Okay, let's see what comes back. Okay. Let's see how much we can strengthen your hair.
Okay.
And then see whether it's worthwhile. Because I've seen people who look like they've got no hair, do meds for a year, and then look completely different.
Yeah, right.
12 months later, right?
Okay.
But what you have to consider is that the hair that comes back is only there because of the medication, right?
So as soon as you stop that.
Correct. Yeah. So if you then go get a hair transplant
and
based on
meds.
And then stop the meds, you're just going to walk around with like a
patch.
A patch with holes in the back of your head and permanent hair.
Is medication quite expensive? Obviously, it depends
on average for tablets, $400.
Okay.
With us.
For a month or a year?
A year, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's cheap.
Yeah. So online, through
so cheap.
places like Mosh and Pilot, you'd be looking at $800-900, maybe $1,000 for exactly the same thing.
Okay.
For us, the med side of it's not really a business. It's just a service that we offer to our clients, the most affordable way that we can sort of deliver that medication.
And do you take that daily?
I take it almost every day.
When you remember?
Fuck, ADHD, man. I try. I reckon I manage to do it 5 or 6 days a week consistently.
Okay. And everyone else, all clients,
I would
daily?
say probably all the same. You try and be as like efficient as you can, you know, but they have half-lives in them. So if I take it today, there's still 50% of it in my skin tomorrow, right? Or whatever that looks like. So every day is probably the gold standard. But we're men and we just do what we can, you know. So I would say that 99% of people will have, you know, when that 6-month bottle is supposed to end, they'll probably have another 2 or 3 weeks in there before.
I think we need to obviously have a talk off air about my situation and see what you recommend and try and talk me out of it like you say you do to everyone else. It's because it's something I should have done a long time ago, I feel. My ex-wife said to me a long time ago, do you want to get your hair done? And I was like, nah, it'd be sweet. And now I'm fucking 15 years later, I'm talking about it sitting here with you on the couch.
So you got offered SMP, but you didn't want to do that?
I don't like the look of it.
Okay.
Because of my situation, like I have absolutely nothing through here. Well, I do, but it's very, very fine and you can fucking barely see it. I'm like you, how you had tattoos on your neck. I know it's your hair. I know can make it look like it is hair.
Yeah.
But I just don't like the idea of, I'll never have tattoos below my watch line. I'll never have tattoos above my collar.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you can talk me into it.
Oh, would you have a hairpiece? What would you do to have, like, you know?
I just want a good, like, your hair looks good.
Yeah.
But I used to have fucking gorgeous hair.
Yeah.
I used to have red,
Yeah.
curly
Yeah.
hair. Now it's going very grey around the sides. So that's the other problem. I don't have the same colour hair, which is fine.
Yeah.
I just like to have another head of hair.
Yeah.
Again,
This is a huge movement as well for young people now getting wigs and hair systems, men, you know, like, so for some people that adds better value than having a hair transplant.
Yeah.
Because some people are not going to get that full thick head of hair.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
My hair is, it's a bit unicorn from the donor perspective. Like, I don't see that many people that have physically as much hair as what I have. Like, I've had 20,000 hairs taken out and put in the top of my head, and the back of my head still looks
very good,
untouched.
Yeah, it does.
I could go again, you know.
Yeah,
like,
you could.
Most people, when you take 8,300 grafts, which was around that almost 21,000 hairs, like, it's going to look a little bit like patchy, and they're going to have to like commit to. For sure. But you may not even have that amount of grafts to physically take out, you know. So everyone's different in that perspective, and that's important to know as well, especially for people who've got, you know, many years in front of them. If you're 50, 55, the risks are a little bit less than they are if you're 25 or 30, 35, you know.
Yeah, okay. What are other I'll try and talk again properly. What other procedures do you offer within your clinic?
So we do mesotherapy, which is like a medication that goes directly to the head, and then hair transplants. That's it. So we are very like honed in on what we're doing, and blessed. Like, one of the doctors. So I own the clinic with both doctors. One of them was just announced as one of the best hair transplant doctors in the world. So
amazing.
That was in a global magazine, and
that's cool.
That is unique. And so I guess one thing you could say when we're talking about being proud, I think working with someone who is like that,
the best in the world, one of,
like, makes me proud every day, because it is a unique thing to be a part. Not many people can say, like, I'm part of something where someone is the best in the world. And not one part of me goes, oh, I wish I was him doing that. Like, I want to be the best. Like, it's not. It's like us as a clinic, the way that we operate, all our staff, like, amazing at what they do. And it's not that one person, like, well, his skill set is unreal. The other people who are in his procedure, you know, loading the pens, counting the hair, like, they have as much of an impact on that end product as what he does, right? Because they're handling them and cleaning them. So, you know, by default, I think they're also some of the best in the world at what they do.
Well, they have to be, because they're part of his team.
Yeah. And then the other doctor, who is an absolute joy to be around. Like, we all get on so well. And he's just so caring with his patients, and he is, like, his trajectory over the last 12 months has been insane. So he's been doing it just over 3 years now.
Okay.
If you look at him versus, like, Dr. Rook after 3 years, like, he is
skyrocketing.
Like, But like I say,
because he's learning off.
The best. And procedures have changed a lot. But, like, I think that he is going to be forced to be reckoned with over the next couple of years. But we just have one goal, and that is to really be the best that we can be, not just from a transplant perspective, but pre-op, post-op. That journey, that care is equal as him. I mean, the amount of people that call me and they're like, can you do my hair transplant? I read about you on Google. I'm like, I don't do the hair transplant. I just look after you. I'm with you that whole, like, through that journey from, you know, before to after. Anything you need, I'm along the way. But people really value that. Like, I always joke to the doctors that I get more mentions than they do, and they do the hair transplants.
You're here because of what I've seen.
So, you know, I'll take
That's
it.
Pretty cool.
I'll take it. But that's just being nice to people, and supportive and understanding, and replying to their messages as soon as they message me, as much as you can, you know, as much as you can.
Is there a time where you turn your phone off and you don't reply, or is it when you're asleep and that's it?
I recently took my phone out of my bedroom.
Okay.
So, charging it elsewhere in the house.
Lovely.
So
I should probably do that.
I think that helps me once I'm in my room. It's away, and I don't wake up and the first thing I do is like grab it and pick it up.
I do that and check my sleep score straight away.
I do that too. What's my HRV?
Literally. What is yours?
Why the fuck is it like that? What's going on?
What's yours?
It changes every day.
Right? What's it average, you reckon?
Probably 100.
Oh, that's good.
I went through we'll have a look. Let's have a look.
Fuck.
I went through
anywhere from 15 up to like 30, 40.
So
mine's so bad.
So for me, where is it? Yeah, this month's probably been my worst, and I think it's probably because of the heat, right? It's so hot at night time.
Had an 86 sleep last night for those playing at home.
Mate, I only had a 69. Shocking. Must have been nervous coming here to see you, mate.
30.
Yeah. That's all day. What's that on? What app is that?
Aura Ring. So it's like a smart ring.
Okay. So.
But that's average. 65 was my max.
Okay. I don't know how to see my average.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either. You're probably running a different app to me.
Yeah.
There, I can go month. See, mine's 30.
Yeah, okay.
It's bad, eh?
You're going to die soon.
Thanks. Well, I better get my hair done before.
Yeah, so it kind of swings. Like some days it's like 220.
Yeah, right.
The last couple of weeks it's been like 60, 55, but I don't know. I think it's the heat.
Yeah, definitely. Fuck. We just got
ice bath and sauna, mate. Ice bath and sauna.
Yeah, true. I need to do it, hey.
Do you train a lot?
Not the last 2 months I haven't. No, I've been quite unwell with like stomach issues and a few health problems, but I've just been a lazy cunt, to be completely honest. But my health's a lot better now.
Yeah,
I'm very, very good at the moment. The last probably 2 or 3 weeks I've come good.
Yeah.
And there's no excuse now.
Yeah, okay. Let's get back into it.
Yeah, exactly. Can you share a pivotal moment where you knew you were on the right track?
In this part of life or in the previous?
Can be anything.
Oh, I think that
or give me a few if you wanted to.
I think that when I first was at Blackboard and things went really well and you start making good money and it becomes consistent, you've got a formula.
Yeah.
And if you stick to the formula to a certain degree, you're going to do pretty well. I think the one thing that I think was a bit of a game changer when I was in hospital was realizing that business became a bit of a living, breathing organism and I shouldn't have a big impact on what it does and it should sort of tell me in a weird way where it should go, you know, like my opinion on what it should be became irrelevant because of the community that it had built and what they needed, right? So it became less about like me and my ego of what I wanted to do.
Well, your clients need to be.
Yeah, and more about what they wanted and what the business needed, right? So I think that was probably pivotal. And then when we left the previous clinic, Dr. Rook had decided that he'd had enough and wanted to do his own thing. And so he quit, and then maybe a month after, he's like, "Do you want to come?" And I said, "Yeah, let's go." And I remember because I was on pretty good money working for them. That like, although we were fine, you still got 4 kids and expenses, and you're still like, oh, am I leaving the security of A to spin the wheel on B, right? And we thought we sort of committed to having a really hard first year and thinking it was just going to be a grind.
Which is part of business.
And we got there and I reckon 3 months in. It
total opposite.
Yeah.
How good.
And you know what? Like, because we moved up to Brizzy and we went to look at a house and we were like all in on this auction and it went for a little bit more and we're like, no, we can't. We don't know what the next year is going to be like. This was like literally like within a month of opening.
And then you were sweet.
I fucking regretted not buying that house. We ended up buying another one. I'm like, oh, I look at it now. I'm like, drive past it every day. I'm like, shit.
Oh, no. But now you can go buy it now.
But it was pretty amazing to see how quickly
it changed.
Yeah. And then like how, I don't want to say easy it is to operate that kind of business, but it has way less moving pieces than what
the other one had.
Yeah, because like you don't, like the stuff we order, there's like 12 things, right? Hey, let's make sure we have those 12 things here and that we have enough staff and that they're happy and we look after them and pay them well and we give them flexibility and kindness and whatever it is that they need. And the rest kind of just
looks after itself.
Honestly, it really does, you know, like dealing with people is always going to be, it's going to have ups and downs.
Of course.
Like you know, I think that when people, even when they have a hair transplant, it's still an emotional roller coaster, especially in that first 6 months where you have it. Like I look really good now, but I promise you by this time next week, it won't look this good because the transplanted hair's going to fall out and then I'm going to have to wait for it to come back. Right. So when people have invested, yeah, we did. Close up. When you are dealing with that and people have spent, you know, a lot of money really, and then all their hair falls out and then it feels like forever. Like, you know, that 3 months feels like a lifetime. It's an emotional roller coaster.
Of course.
So you have to be there for them and guide them through it. And some people obviously are going to need more than others. But I enjoy that too.
Yeah.
You know, I really do enjoy that.
So you're well aware of like how tattoo shops and stuff work with like your overheads and stuff aren't too big. It's usually your rent and costs fuck all for inks.
Electricity, right?
Yeah. So it's really, the overheads aren't that bad. Like you just said, and I'm only asking this question and I don't need to know numbers. Yeah. But you have 12 like items that you need to purchase.
Yep.
Your overheads are the doctor's fee and stuff like that more so is where the...
Yeah, but the tools that we use, so like what we buy, for example, the punch tip that cuts the graft out of the back of the head.
Yeah.
On the market, there's a wide variety. I'm sure just like tattoo needles,
more
right?
Expensive gun machines
and quality of the end result varies dramatically. And so... Our punch that we use is single use. We only ever use it once because of sharpness. There's definitely people out there that would...
use it more than once.
For sure. But they're really expensive.
Yeah, okay.
You know, they're really, really expensive. So cost of consumables, like the pens that we use, like we don't use like 2 pens. We use 5 or 6 per surgery to make sure that everything's going at the right speed because the longer those hairs are outside your body, the more important it is. So... The overheads are the overheads, you know, and the rest of it is, you're paying for the doctor's time, 9 hours of a day of just that doctor touching you and no one else.
Not even just the doctor's time, but the knowledge of the doctor, like a tattoo artist that's been tattooing for 10 years is going to be more expensive than a tattooist that's been tattooing for a year.
Yeah.
So it's all, it all makes sense.
Yeah. And what, you know, a day rate of a tattooist, but you're also paying, I think, with a tattooist or someone who does something repetitive, you're also providing a little bit of extra money for their future because a tattooist that has to sit there for 9 hours a day and hold something like that is going to get RSI. They're going to get, repetitive strain, like all those things. So a proportion of their money should be for their future, right? And so that's why you charge what you charge because this industry is probably not something that you can do for 40 years and be, you know, and have the same like quality of life, like or movement or, you know, whatever it is you're going to get. Definitely. You're going to get injuries and some of those are going to be lifelong. So anything where someone is doing like that, you should be paying a little bit for their future too. People probably don't want to hear that, but it is the way it is.
It's 100% true.
Yeah.
Has there been, other than your parents, that I'm guessing they're probably the biggest ones, like a biggest influence or like support on the journey that you've been in your life?
Yeah. So my parents are still in the Isle of Man. So, you know, it's been almost half my life since I was there. They come out here and we talk quite a lot. from an advice perspective, they're probably not people
probably ask
that
that
I've
with more business side
probably
than anything.
honestly not really people that I've gone to for business. And I think part of that is probably because although they always stayed in their comfort zone.
Yeah, of
so
course.
even though they were business,
Didn't want to test themselves.
they were very much like, this is like all lane, like we're staying in it. Whereas me, I'm like, fuck, I'm switching lanes. Yeah, I'll go here, there and everywhere. So I have one of my old regulars from Blackboard, Craig. He owns a business called the Coffee Shop Brokers.
Okay.
And he was always a really good
someone to bounce off of.
Yeah, and he became a bit of a like family figure.
Yeah,
I don't want to say father figure, but kind of, a family figure. I wasn't looking for a father figure, but a family figure, someone who was always rational, who would always give a perspective and listen. And so he was awesome through that time. From a business perspective, honestly, I've always only trusted my own gut. I would never let someone sway me into do this or do that. Yeah. Because you have to feel it, right? Like, especially when your balls are on the line, like you have to go like, this is what I am. But like, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I get a lot out of listening to people's stories. Like, some of my favorite podcasts, I don't know if you've ever heard of Acquired, which I really love.
I have heard of
it's
that.
It's a business podcast where it's two blokes and they just deep dive into like the history of big businesses. So they've done like Nintendo, Coca-Cola.
I need to listen.
But if you are someone who likes to invest or have stocks, stuff like that, like a great podcast to just understand how things operate. So I don't necessarily take stuff out of there and go like, I'm going to go do this. But listen and go, well, how did they grow? What is the story? Because they tell the story of the company from day zero all the way up.
That's
like
crazy.
it's a 3.5, 4 hour podcast.
Lovely.
So you got to strap yourself in. And for me, I listen to all my podcasts in like 1.5 speed because that's where my brain.
I'm the exact same.
Maybe got a bit of ADHD.
Maybe.
Have you checked that out?
No.
I think anyone who listens at 1.5 sets a dead giveaway.
So, I don't know if you do it, but like voice messages to mates and stuff. Yeah. I listen to all that in 1.5 as well.
Yeah. And I listen to my whole life's in 1.5. Like my wife talks and I'm like, no, come faster. She's like, I'm not fucking talking to you. I'm like, no, come on, just a little bit quicker. I already know what you're going to say and you're only halfway through. Let's just get to it.
I don't want to do Morse code.
Drives her mental. I'm very lucky to have her because she puts up with a lot of shit, like just to deal with me every day. It's like having 5 kids, I'm sure.
She's got 5 kids under 11.
Yeah, she does. But no, it's good.
What's your lovely wife's name?
Danielle. Yeah.
Well done putting up with it.
Mate, I appreciate her, I wouldn't be where I am, I think, without her, with what we have with the kids. She's always been really supportive.
Yeah, lovely.
Even at times where she thinks I'm completely mad, but I always
rational.
I'm so irrational. I do the dumbest shit, but it always works, right? So like I told you, we had premature babies. The way I dealt with that was to sell our house, buy another house and renovate it at the same time.
Far, yeah.
And so like she doesn't need that.
No way in the world.
But I needed it to get through, like it helped me, right? Yeah. It's like therapy because I thrive on chaos. Yeah. And that house was lovely, but she didn't need it at the time. We didn't need to do it at the time. Yeah. But I'm trying to get better.
Hey, the older you get, the better you'll get.
I think so. But I'm at a point in my life, I don't know about you, but my list of wants is tiny.
Yeah.
I don't want anything. No. I've got everything that I need, really. And
I'm going to bring this up because you get whatever you want. I've noticed your shoes are quite nice.
Yeah, they're all right.
Is it something that you like to collect, is nice shoes?
I've got some shoes.
For people that can't see them or can just see them, they're just a nice pair of Louis.
Yeah, I have like a couple of pairs, but generally you'll see me like walking around in a pair of Birkies or my Adidas runners 99% of the time.
Yeah, perfect.
So for me, I
respect a good shoe.
They're not the comfiest. Yeah. Like they're fine. But it depends what I'm wearing.
But they look cool.
Generally, I just put them on for the podcast.
I appreciate it. I like that colour too.
Yeah, they're cool. That's why I got them, because they were like green.
I like the pink in them.
Yeah.
I'm a person that likes to wear shit that, like bright shit.
Yeah.
And that a lot of people that don't have confidence in wearing. A lot of people wouldn't wear them for that because they're that colour.
Yeah. For me, I just like to something every now and again. Just,
that's all right. Shoes, you think? Watches?
Well, I got a couple of nice watches, but look, I have two very nice watches, but never wear them.
Why not?
Because I like to track my health data, right? So maybe I need to get one of those rings or a Whoop or something to put on.
I ask you this question. So there was a reason why I asked you about the shoes and then the watch.
Yeah. My
mate has his own custom watch business.
Yeah.
His name, this is one of his, it's not a custom one, this one, is Parkin Watches, Parkn.
Yeah.
And they're one of one. So for your business, Adam would actually be a good candidate for this as well, is he will make it to whatever you want it to be. If you a daily that you want to take swimming or if it's just a dress watch, and he'll do everything.
Yeah, sick.
And they're like anywhere from, I think they're around $1,500 at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm going to quickly show you the one that he's doing for this.
Yeah.
But it's just something that's very special. No one else, like you said, you like watches, but not everyone, no one will ever have this watch, your business.
Yeah.
It's like a tax dodge in a way. I'm just trying to fucking scan back and
the
find
ATO
it.
listening.
Well, it's advertising for you in a way too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm fucking, I should have found this already.
That's why I like shave people's heads with the Rolex and, you know, oh, that's lovely. Look at that.
So it's just like a rose gold watch.
That's sick.
And then it's got Meraki.
Is he on the Gold Coast?
No, he's based in Rockhampton.
Oh, yeah, cool.
But he can do everything via, so like Adam wears a nice rolly that's worth a shitload.
Yeah.
But how cool would it be for him to have
EBT?
evidence or whatever it is, or for example yourself.
Yeah, sick.
Just have your logo on your watch.
Yeah.
No one else has got that.
Yeah, you'll have to send me his details. I'll have a look.
And I'll tell him to message you as well.
Yeah, man.
If you want it or not, it's totally up to you. But
I'll have a look for sure.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And he can design whatever you want. So you can tell him what you want.
Yeah.
And then you just go back and forwards. He grabs, what he does when he makes them is he grabs a 50% deposit.
Yeah.
And then it takes usually about 3 months for it to be made.
Yeah, mad.
And then you get the rest. You pay the rest when it's ready and he'll send it down to you, or if you're local to him up there, he'll hand deliver it to you.
Yeah, sick. How good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's no one's doing it in the world. Like he's literally the only person doing custom watches. So it's pretty cool. Where do you want to be in the next 5 years?
Probably exactly where I am today, to be honest.
Yeah, lovely.
Isn't that weird? I don't think I've ever said that in my life.
Nah.
But I think that
great.
Where we are, teenage years with my girls are going to be
full on.
It's probably going to take up a lot of my emotional energy. But from a work perspective, business, I think that we just keep forging away to try and be one of the best in the world and stay up, but stay there is the challenge, and to do better. We constantly are looking to do better. Like what we do today is different to what we did 6 months ago.
Yeah, perfect.
And 8 months ago, 12 months ago. It's little tweaks, little adjustments.
If you're not getting better, you're falling behind, aren't you?
Correct. But we have people now that fly from America, Canada, Europe to have hair transplants with us.
That's so good.
Yesterday I had consults with people in Vietnam, England.
Wow.
Poland.
Crazy.
So that's nice.
It is very nice.
It's very nice, and I love it. I genuinely love people and blokes too, like that. Yeah. Without sounding gay, I think that like being in and around. Sorry, gay people. It's perfectly fine, and in fact, I'm sure you're happier.
Yeah, you probably are. I couldn't agree more.
Women are difficult.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, like highest divorce rates are lesbian women, and then men and women, and then men are like, fuck.
Both happy.
Yeah, mate. Fuck.
Maybe,
Fuck in another life, eh?
I couldn't do it.
You don't know until you try.
True. I'm not going to try. What's Will and Powerfish say? You're not a man until you had a man.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I think that being around men, talking to men, I think it's probably something that you do less as you get older, right? Correct. So I think that I think one thing that I need to do in my life is probably have something outside of work and home that is a manly activity. I don't know what that is.
Yep. Golf or something.
Fucking not golf, no. Mate. I'd rather lick my shoe, honestly.
Nice
I played golf once and I dug up half the course, bunged my shoulder. I walked home from the 17th, mate. I had a horrible time. I can't even play top golf, mate. So
what's something that you enjoy doing?
Motorbikes was a big thing. I've sold my motorbike now. When we moved to Brizzy, it's just a different, like when you're on the Goldie and it's like open, you know, 5 minutes you're in the hinterland. It's nice, but up there, like riding a motorbike, I don't know if you driving around Brizzy is not the safest. Enjoyable. It's not the safest thing in the world. And you kind of have to go an hour anywhere to get somewhere nice.
Yeah.
You always have that little bit of guilt, you know. So I don't know. It's always hard, right? It's like, what do I want to do?
Kids, the girls into sport possibly could be something for you.
Yeah, maybe. I did it. It's funny. I did a pottery course last year, right? I fucking love it.
Did you do it down in Kingscliff? Or
I did it up in Morningside in Brisbane. I loved it. Like you could use your brain and your hands. Like it sounds a bit weird, but it was actually really enjoyable. So I might do a little bit of that again. And I like playing poker, but one thing. I just don't want to drink too much anymore. I like a whiskey here and there, but I don't want to like go sit in a pub and play poker for. I don't know. You know what happens, casino, right?
One leads to
one leads to leads to, you know, where's that guy?
In the morning.
Where's that guy?
In some
We've all been
kitchen.
there, you know.
I've definitely been there.
I don't know. What do people do? I don't know.
Well, I just surf. It's hard for you being up there. Surf. I play cricket still, but I'm getting too old for that. Like I'm nearly done.
That's how I feel about I play soccer, but I'm like
maybe indoor soccer possibly.
Yeah.
Well, if you enjoy soccer.
Yeah.
Fishing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you enjoy fishing.
Fishing's cool, but it's where you meet. Where do people meet?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know, like you do a run? Do you do a run?
Yeah,
runs. You do runs and stuff.
Yeah, run. I've got a men's club. A men's group that I've.
Sounds like a strip club. That must be lucrative. Maybe I'll get a men's club.
You'll be able to do
I'll be back in hospitality before you know it.
You'll have your neck tattooed again. I know a place.
A men's club?
No, tattoo place. Well played. I've started a men's group and just to help blokes like bond together and the ones that are struggling with mental health. And I do a bit of breath work. I've got a mate that's a breath work coach.
Yeah.
So I have them. I do that once a month, and that's blokes I've never met before. There was 15 of us in the last one, and that was our fourth one. So I've met some new people, but it's hard.
Are they open to bigger connections than just that one day? Do you find, or is it like pretty much?
That's something that we're going to push now. So we're going to do like a once every 2 weeks, say in between the monthly visits is like. Going to dinner or something like that, or going for a jog or whatever it is, just a bit more of a connection and a relationship with those blokes that a lot of them don't have that kind of stuff. Yeah. A lot of them are from overseas and haven't been here long, and there's a few larrikins in there as well. And
always.
Yeah, I'm one of those.
Yeah. Need them in your life.
Yeah. So it's good, but there's so many of those men's groups out there that are trying to tell you how to spend your money and do this and join the gym here and do that. Mine's fucking the total opposite. Yeah. Do what you want. Yeah. We're not charging you anything. Yeah. You come if you want. Better your life by doing what you think's best for you. Yeah. And we're just here to help. Yeah. Good. There's no money involved, which is what is a big factor for a lot of people. Yeah. And it's definitely not me. It's just I love helping people.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah, so that's why I've done that, and it's just something another way too, because I don't know many people here either.
Yeah, you get to meet people.
Yeah. So and then
I think it's so common. Like, you talk at the start, like the older people get, especially men, the less men they have around them.
Yeah, so true.
Couldn't
agree more.
Yeah.
Let's get into some fun questions,
Okay.
You're stuck on a deserted island?
Yeah.
What 3 things are you bringing?
Hair loss medication.
Yep.
Probably my family.
Okay.
Have to, right?
So just the wife and kids?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no one else is coming.
So you got one thing left. It's a hard question, eh?
A radio to listen to music.
Okay, so before we started this podcast, what did I say to you?
You're going to judge me.
Yeah.
Judge me.
Judge you on that.
Yeah.
Those answers, correct.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I was going to judge you on.
Yeah.
How are you going to eat?
How am I going to eat?
Yeah.
Hey, there's fish in the water.
How are you going to catch them?
Hey, you think that you're indigenous, aren't you? Mate,
But that's not me. That's
mate,
asking the
I will
question.
I will get a stick and sharpen it up, and I'll go spearfishing.
Lovely.
Yeah, and there's coconut.
Yeah.
Right, there's always something on the land to eat. Yeah, if bloody old mate can do it. What's his name?
People to feed.
Mr. Hanks. I've got a lot of people to feed. I'll eat the naughtiest kid.
I love how you said the naughtiest one. You didn't say who.
It changes every day, mate. Those 4 could feed me for a couple of months.
I love that. Do you have any superstitions or routines? Ice bath and sauna.
It's a routine. I really like walking in the morning.
Okay.
Like get up early.
What time?
Usually around 5.
Nice.
And get out with the dog and just go for a walk.
What kind of dog do you have? No judgment.
Bordoodle. Got a bordoodle.
Which is?
A cross between a collie and a poodle.
So border collie and
a poodle.
Yeah, nice.
So we had a...
Fuck, it'd be full
We had a
on.
staffy. She died.
Okay.
She died last year. She was with us.
You need her tattooed on you.
I do, actually.
Amy
She
portraits?
15 years we had that dog. And she was with us. She was at our wedding. My wife, she was at our wedding. She moved from New Zealand with us. She was a big part of our life, and losing her was really, really tough. Yeah. And we decided we wanted another dog, but we wanted a dog she wasn't really a kid dog, the Staffy. She was like me and my wife's dog.
And that was it.
She did not want to, like the kids weren't interested. So we thought we'll get a bordoodle, and Harry is his name.
Yeah.
He loves the children. He has zero interest in us really, except when I walk him, but he's just the kids, and they love him, and it's so nice that they have their own relationship with a pet, I think. I had a look at some of these. Yeah, they look good.
That's very loud.
Yeah, I need to get
So like, oh shit, where is it? The end.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not even the end. There you go.
Yeah.
So something like that,
Yeah.
possibly?
Yeah, I need to get her tattooed on me. I do. She was a big part of our life.
Yeah.
I think that
a lot of
losing her was in some ways harder than losing some other people.
Yeah, we just lost our German Shepherd, and he was 11 or 12, and fuck.
Yeah.
It was hard, and I lasted, Amy more so struggled more than me.
Yeah.
But I lasted probably a month or 2, and I went and brought another one.
Yeah. Well, that's what we were. And we were like, oh, we'll just leave it for it. I'm like, no, I just had a dog-shaped hole in my life,
Yeah. It's hard, eh?
Yeah. And the new dog he hasn't replaced her. But
no, never.
He's brought something to the family that we didn't have with the other dog, right? So, like I said, just a more child-friendly dog, and he just follows them around me. Like, he just loves them. He froths on them.
Good.
So
amazing. Yeah. Any superstitions?
I wouldn't say superstitious. More for me, just if something doesn't feel right, I'll just stay well away from it.
Nice.
Like, I'll just literally like point blank.
Yeah, lovely.
Refusal, and I won't budge on it. So I'm very much like gut. But as far as like, doing something before.
Left sock, right sock.
Nah,
right shoe, left shoe.
Nah, it's hard enough remembering to get out of bed.
Oh, I love that. Your life has a theme song.
Yeah.
What is it?
Probably Down with the Sickness by Disturbed.
Nice. Nice.
Or, maybe that Mission Impossible song that Limp Bizkit did.
Oh,
Take a Look Around.
Yeah.
Like, great song.
Which one are you going to pick?
The Limp Bizkit one, I think.
Oh, you are?
I reckon. I don't know.
You got to pick a song out of those two.
Maybe it's that one.
Limp Bizkit?
I reckon. I really like Talking Heads. I'm on a road to nowhere too. I think that would be a good theme song. Do you know that song?
I do.
Yeah. What's yours?
Black or White.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Yeah.
You know, that was the first ever cassette I bought.
Really?
When I got a Walkman and bought Black or White and listened to it nonstop.
Yeah, right.
I love that song.
It is a great song.
It's a great song. It's the only I remember first ever. Yeah. It's my life. Great song.
I can't play anymore. I'll get copyrighted.
It's such a good song.
It is a great song. You listen to that.
And he has aged so well. Like he looks so good. He's like
2 years ago in Brizzy.
Yeah.
Good Things, I think it was.
Do you dress up like an old man or a farmer
He's
or a
literally
cowboy?
the same.
Yeah.
Just the same, just old.
Have you seen that video where he dresses up like the old guy? Mate,
yeah. He's so good.
I think Limp Bizkit, my early teenage years, they just played such a big part. Like, we were all about hoodies and skateboards and BMXs at that point in our life. And
it's
just a good time.
He's phenomenal. I'm fucking lost half the songs here. Songs, fucking
Questions.
Questions, yeah. I've got that one. Stuck on a Deserted Island.
Yeah.
Superstitions. If you could swap lives with one person for one day, who would it be and why? Dead or alive? I don't know if I said that just then, but.
Dead or alive?
Yeah.
One day now, if dead would be not that fun, would it?
No, with someone that is dead or alive.
Yeah.
So
I reckon
they would be alive.
if I was going to swap someone who, like, a day in their life before,
so
like
yeah,
before, like I could go back to a day in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go back to May 15th, 1999 and be probably Ole Gunnar Solskjaer playing for Man United in the Champions League final, scoring that winning goal in the 93rd minute. That would be the day that I would go back to because as a 10-year-old boy or 11-year-old boy, that is ingrained in my DNA as one of the best nights of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
I would go back there and
just
live that day and score that goal and have
the rest is history.
Mate, I think it would be phenomenal.
What do you reckon he got up to that night?
He would have got blitzed, I reckon, mate. I reckon they all were just...
They're all over him.
They were crawling around, mate. Like, I don't think they remember, I just think it would be so... It's funny. Do you know that game?
I do, yeah.
So we equalised in, I think, the 91st minute. Yeah. And I remember that, we were all happy and my dad went for a piss. He thought the game was over and it was going to extra time. Missed the winning goal, never saw it. It's in the toilet.
Far, yeah. That, just me and you were the best back then. They're struggling a bit now, but.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't like to talk.
We don't talk. Correct. You took
Sunny days will come. Sunny days will come.
Surely. How do you handle setbacks and challenges?
For me, I probably deep think and move very quickly.
Are you an
when
overthinker?
It comes back to, I'm not an I don't know. No, because I'm pretty decisive. Okay. I'll probably spend a day going like, how do I get through this? What's the best way? And then just deep into execution.
Yeah, lovely.
I've never been a wallower.
Okay.
Honestly, like never really.
Yep.
Not about anything business or life related. It's let's deal with this as quickly as we can and move on. Sometimes, that drives people mad because some people just need a bit of time to process. But I think that like if you're honest with yourself, you look back and you think all those times where you were upset or worried about something or you stressed about something, like did any of it actually have any relevance?
Not really, no.
I look at it work and I think all the conversations I had or the meetings you have and you're like, they're all bullshit. They don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
90% of everything you do goes nowhere.
Yeah,
so don't worry about it.
So true.
I think most things, if you ignore it for a week and it still exists, deal with it, right? But if it doesn't, just move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Just move on.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
What legacy do you want to leave behind?
4 daughters that have lived a happy or are living a happy life.
Yeah.
With
That's all that matters.
less weight on their shoulders and they're free and know who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that for me would be important. I don't want to leave them money though. I think they have to.
They have to.
I don't, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
They'll get left something, obviously.
Of course.
And I don't mind giving them a little bit of a leg up, but I don't want them to think that.
Well, just remember, you got 4 girls. That's 4 weddings you have to pay for.
Does it still work like that?
Fucking oath it does.
Maybe they'll be. Maybe they'll get girlfriends, and then I'll make the other family pay.
I love that.
We'll see. I'll encourage them to elope.
Yeah, nice. I like that. Listeners, as everybody knows, I wear Frontrunner on every episode of the Meraki Podcast. Frontrunner is an Australian streetwear label dedicated to crafting the highest quality apparel available in the market. Whether you're chasing PBs, chasing the kids, or just chasing the weekend, Frontrunner has you covered. I've been wearing their stuff on and off the mic, and honestly, it's the kind of fits that make you feel like you've got your life together, even if you don't. Check them out at frontrunnerau.com or follow them on socials at frontrunnerAUS, because if you're going to run your own race, you might as well do it looking good. Let's go. Where do people find you before we get to the last few questions for your business?
Instagram, Marc the Hair Guy. We're based in Windsor in Brizzy.
Yeah.
You always find me somewhere.
Yeah.
Ask around.
Just do your research.
Do your research. You'll find me.
Love that. You should be very proud of what you've done. I do have some fun questions at the end here.
Yeah.
These 5 questions.
Yeah.
I did put some social media questions up.
Yeah.
It was just my mates that fucking were bagging me out pretty much.
Yeah.
Do you know who Felice Kafusi is? He did that. You do?
Yeah.
So I did the Felice Kafusi hairstyle for ages.
Yeah.
Trying to get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
Never got him.
Bastard.
Yeah, just dogged me pretty much.
Yeah.
And the boys pretty much just were bagging me out. One of my mates said, "Can you fix his receding hairline?" Yes, you can. And then the other bloke said, "Do you believe Matty looks good with a Felice Kafusi haircut?"
I think he looks great.
And that was literally it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be very proud of what you've done from a kid on the island.
Yeah.
Up to having all these successful businesses and one of the best in the world right now.
Yeah.
It's and you're only 39.
39.
You should
Still
be
feel young.
Yeah, but that's the
I
thing.
need
like
gas in the tank. You know?
You've been very successful, but it doesn't mean that you stop now. You keep going and you become the best.
Yeah. That's the goal. But I think success is different for everyone, right?
Correct.
So
yeah,
I don't know if I'm successful yet because I don't know what success for me look like.
Yeah.
You know, for some people, success is having a good job or, you know, having a family, and maybe it's both of those things. Maybe it's something else.
A nice house, nice car.
Yeah. But that stuff is, you know, like wherever you live, whatever you drive.
As long as you're happy.
You buy a car, a month later, the novelty is gone and you could be in anything. So I think that you don't realise that when you're younger.
No, so true.
And then you keep wasting money, you get another car and another car. I think you just have to just live your life, enjoy day by day, smile. If it doesn't make you smile, don't do it.
Yeah.
One day we'll look back and go, that was success.
Yes, definitely.
I don't know if I know what that is, Yeah, successful cafe operator, sure. We sold it for good money.
Yeah.
That was successful.
Yeah. But now you're in the
next journey.
next
But is it personal success? I don't know. You know, I think that it's hard
it was yours.
It was.
So I guess.
Yeah. I think that, I don't know. Maybe I'm too, I don't know.
Too humble.
I don't know is it humble or just, maybe.
I reckon
I
you're
don't know. I don't know. What does success feel like? What do you think it feels like?
I feel like success is comfortable, content.
Yeah.
Happy.
We say we'll say comfortable, right? Yeah. So I remember years ago, you know, you're in the grocery store and you're like, fuck, I'd love to buy that bit of meat, but can't now. Just buy the bit of meat, right?
Yeah.
But when I was not being able to buy, like, it didn't matter. I didn't have like a horrible life.
Exactly.
Like at no point have I felt like my life was horrible. It's just a journey where things become different. You know, like I remember buying our first house and being so proud of like having a house.
Yeah.
That house was like probably means more to us than the house we live in now. That's like a tenth of the price, you know? But that house is like the house that was like, I think after you buy the first one, you become less proud of the fact that you own a house. I just own a house.
So
you know
true.
what I mean?
So bloody true.
So I think having a bigger house or whatever it is, for me, it's on a sense of pride. It's on a sense of pride. It's just, we just need that house because we have 4 children and we need somewhere to hide.
Well, people measure success on the biggest house and the biggest car when really it fucking doesn't matter.
Nah, but you can be miserable, right?
Correct.
Because you're living in debt or you're over your head or whatever it is. Just because you have it doesn't mean that makes you happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Couldn't agree.
I mean, I would love a Porsche, right?
Yeah.
And I could go out. Honestly, I could go and buy a Porsche. Yeah. But I'm like, no, I don't want to buy a Porsche because I know.
4 kids in there.
You know why? I love the thought of having it more than I will actually having it.
Yeah. Just take Adams for a drive.
Yeah. But it's like, I honestly think that after a couple of weeks, you'd be like, was that worth that?
Well, you know what you do?
Rent it.
Yeah, just rent one for a day.
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't want to do that either because it'll spoil the illusion.
Yeah,
I like the illusion of I want it, but I'll probably never get one.
Just get Adam to take you for a drive.
Yeah.
He drives like a lunatic.
I want to make sure I get home.
Do it around your block near your house.
Yeah. But that's when I had the cafe, a guy used to come in and he used to park his McLaren illegally and I'd say, mate, you need to move it. He'd say, just move it for me. So I'll be back in 20 minutes. I remember getting out of it sweating, like, and so like, you know, I'm in this car that's like $800,000 and I was pouring with sweat. He's like, don't, you got to press the button when you go over a speed bump.
Yeah.
You know, to lift it up a little bit.
Yeah. It's a lot of money for a car, hey?
Too much.
It's crazy.
No one needs it.
No, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, no one needs it.
But people do it.
They do. And if you can, it's fine. Well, but don't think it's going to make you happy, right? Correct. That's the difference.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, go into it with like, this is something that I'm going to enjoy, but it's not going to make me happy.
See, like for Amy and I, we have old shitty cars that people look at and think, fuck, they're cool. Yeah. They're not shitty cars to us.
Yeah.
Old Volkswagen Beetles and Combis that aren't, there's not many of them around now when you think about it. Yeah. And we've got 3 of them.
Yeah. It's a Nazi car, right?
Yeah, literally, yeah. Yeah. But they're like, you pull up to Bunnings or wherever you go to the coffee shop and you have that many people talk to you and say, I love your car and tell you a story about when they had it and they were sitting in the back of the Beetle. And it's just like, you don't get that with driving around a Holden Commodore.
No, mate, I had a Chevy, 69 Chevy Chevelle.
Yeah, nice. Same thing?
Nice, you reckon?
Yeah.
Nice, but like the worst car to drive. Like it would fishtail like every time you stepped on the accelerator. The brakes were shocking. Like you'd brake 30 minutes before you needed to stop. Petrol gauge didn't work properly. So, mate, the amount of times I had to call mates, I'm like, can you bring me some petrol?
Fuck.
But it'd do literally a full tank would cost $200 and it would last maybe 100 Ks. Like, I don't know how people used to drive across America in them.
It's crazy.
It is.
Not good.
No. Fun though.
5 quick questions here.
Let's go.
Do you have a party trick?
No.
That's a yes.
No, I don't.
Fuck off.
No, I used to think I was really good at impressions. So I used to
give us one.
Go,
what do you got? Here we go. You brought it up.
I used to do all sorts of impressions. Brian, little bit of a novel, Brian.
Nice.
Brian, little bit of a novel.
That's a great one.
And then I used to do...
For people that don't know who that is?
That was Stewie Griffin.
Yes.
Lou and Andy. Did you ever watch Little Britain?
Lou and Andy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I want that one. Are you sure you want that one? Yeah, I want that one.
Fuck. How good. What else you got?
Nah, that's it. That's all you get in. That's all you. Next time you can have some more.
Subscribe to your OnlyFans.
Only voices.
Fuck, you got a few more, obviously.
I get a few, but my wife doesn't let me do impressions anymore.
Can you do Donald Trump?
No, I wish I could do Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I love Donald Trump.
Yeah, I reckon you could if you tried.
I'll practice, and then next time I'll do Donald Trump.
Who's your favourite that you can do?
I used to do a lot of like, just to annoy people. I used to do Borat quite a lot.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Go on, one more.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
No, it's not.
Very nice. I like you. My wife, number one prostitute in all Kazakhstan.
Fuck, that is good. That is really good.
That's so embarrassing. She's going to fucking have me for doing that.
Well, we're about to go. She's probably messaging you because she can hear you. Fuck, I love how you said, no, I don't. And then you hit me with that.
Oh, no, sorry.
That's the best one yet. Over 60 episodes, that's the best party trick.
I'll take it. Now I'm proud. I've made it. I'm retiring. Oh, that's good. I like that.
But I can do that.
I like that. Less embarrassing than mine.
Well, this one is one that you can openly talk about.
Yeah.
Obviously, people sign disclosures that you can't talk about with treating.
Yeah.
But the question is, and this can be either via text, inbox, whatever, who's the most famous person in your phone?
I'll show you.
But you can't talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Okay.
While you're getting that up, we'll go to the next question. Yeah. What's one thing you can't live without?
Probably my phone.
You're not the first person to say that.
Which is terrible, eh?
This is going to blow my... Oh, yeah? Wow.
It's pretty famous.
I had a mate that's got that exact same name.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. That's huge.
Yeah.
Wow, that's blown my mind. Have you ever sent a nude to the wrong person?
No, because phones weren't that big. I've been with my wife for a long time.
Okay.
So
How long have you been with your wife?
16 years.
Yeah, nice.
17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get in trouble for that if you get it wrong.
Yeah. I've sent her nudes that she didn't want.
Sent to the wrong person, yes.
Does this look normal?
Is this bigger than what it looks?
Is this angle better than in real life?
Oh, God. And the last one is favourite pickup line you've either heard or used? I
don't know if it was I remember there's one that sticks with me, right, when we were very young and we went out I had a cousin who was my age and then his brother was a couple of years older.
Yeah.
He had a best mate called Richie, right, and he was a Cockney boy. Okay. And he had the worst pickup lines you've ever heard, but delivered them with such confidence.
Yeah.
I remember
work most of the time.
Yeah, and I remember we were probably like 17. I used to use his ID to get in a club.
Yeah.
So in there, and Richie was with us and he goes to this, it's crass. He goes to this chick, he's like, "You're so fucking hot that if you took a shit on the ground, I'd eat it with a knife and fork." And honestly, in my 40 years of life, it's the only pickup line I ever remember.
Did it work?
Mate, it did not work. But it was the funniest thing I heard at that point in my life.
Yeah, that's great.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with
so
you?
Much confidence.
So like undeniable confidence and the straightest face you've ever seen in your life.
I've heard one that I obviously don't use it because I'm with
you almost got yourself in trouble.
I use on here.
Yeah.
Is if my right leg was Easter and my left leg was Christmas, would you come visit me between the holidays?
Very nice. That's what you sent in my DMs.
Don't expose me. Well, we're pretty much done. We should get you back to the kids.
Yep. Thank you.
In time.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
Appreciate
you for
it.
coming down.
Thanks to Ned's Chalky Milk.
Yes, get it up, yeah.
Available at all good retailers. Thanks, Ned. Call me.
Thank you so much once again for coming down and talking about your business and your life. We could have dove a lot deeper, but
my pleasure.
I think we did very well.
We did good.
And this should be out next week or the week after.
Got a lot of editing to do.
Nah, none at all.
Thanks, mate.
so much. Love you. Bye-bye.
See ya.
This has been another Pod Perfect production.